Hey, Pardon My Take listeners, you can find every episode on Apple Podcasts and Spotify. Prime members can listen ad-free on Amazon Music. On today's Pardon My Take, we have our good friend Kirk Herbstreit getting ready for the National Championship game on Monday night. We also have Week 18 of the NFL picks and preview. It's coming down to it. The bowling challenge is coming down to the last week. We are all very close, or some of us are very close. Who will lose this? We will find out. Update on Damar Hamlin, which has been awesome. And we have Fyre Fest of the week as well. And it's all brought to you by our friends at Game Time, the exclusive ticketing partner of Barstool Sports. Created by fans for fans, Game Time is a ticketing app that makes it easier than ever to score last-minute deals on tickets to sports, concerts, and shows. And they guarantee the lowest price. They cracked the code on how to score deals on last-minute tickets. Hank, I got the Game Time app open right now. Did you know the Celtics are playing the Nets
on
Thursday, January 12th? That's next Thursday.
I did not know that.
In Brooklyn. $112 to get in.
That's
should go. Pretty cool. I just swiped the zone deal on the Game Time app. You can get new deals all the time on the Game Time app. Also, I'm just looking at the games. I kind of want to go see our good friend Rick Pitino, because you can go to an Iona game for, where'd it go? I got to find it.
Clank.
It was $16.
Wow.
Let's go.
You can get never-ending pasta and breadsticks for that, too.
Yes, $16. So they got concerts as well. They got concerts for your summer plans are coming up. Almost Queen. Oh, Billy Joel, Friday. Madison Square Garden.
Is that his first time playing there?
It is.
No,
yeah.
it's not. $150 to get in.
You should do that. You should jump all over that because you never know. He might not come back.
That's true. So Game Time has it all. It has theater tickets, music, sports, football, basketball, everything. I want to actually just see real quick. Georgia versus TCU. What do we got here? Georgia versus TCU for the National Championship. $392 to get into SoFi Stadium. That's not that bad.
No.
That's not that bad.
I used Game Time last week to buy concert tickets.
Yeah. Oh, I just did a flash deal. Middle of the it's upper deck, but it's right in the 50-yard line. $517. That's the all 22. So go check out Game Time right now. The purchase process takes just 2 taps and 10 seconds. And once you buy your tickets, they're delivered directly to your phone. No printer needed. Game Time has the best tickets out there. You're sports fans. If you're listening to this show, you probably like music as well. Get $20 off your first purchase. Download the Game Time app. Go to the account tab to create a login and redeem code PMT for $20 off your first purchase. Terms apply. Yes, PFT.
I was just going to say 2 taps in 10 seconds. That's perfect for the Rick Pitino deal.
Yes, exactly. $16 to go see Iona play basketball. So, Game Time, the exclusive ticketing partner of Barstool Sports. Last-minute tickets, great deals. Download it and use that code PMT for $20 off your first purchase. Terms apply. Thank you to Game Time. We love Game Time, the exclusive ticketing partner of Barstool Sports. Okay, let's go.
Now in the street there is violence, and lots of work to be done. No place to hang out or washing, and I can't blame all on the sun. Oh no, we're gonna rock down to Electric Avenue, and then we'll take it higher. Oh, we're gonna rock down to Electric
Pardon My Take,
Avenue,
presented by Barstool Sports.
Welcome to Pardon My Take. Today is Friday, January 6th, and we have some awesome news with the Damar Hamlin situation. He has woken up. He also, it was reported that when he woke up, he's communicating via pen and paper, and he asked the first question, who won the game? Football guy of the millennium.
It's crazy. I'm very glad to hear this. I think this is the update that we were all hoping to hear. And it took a while, but fortunately, it sounds like he's making progress in the right direction. Anytime you're in critical condition, like you don't want to say that he's in the clear totally, but it sounds like things are going definitely in the right direction. The doctor's response to it was a little cheesy.
Yeah,
but
that's okay.
They said, it's okay. Yes, Damar, you have won. And he was probably like, sick, fuck the Bengals.
Yeah.
You have won the game of life. And he's like, oh, Okay.
Yeah.
What about the real game?
It was
great.
was awesome.
It's great. So the Bills they were told that last night, and so they were finally able to take like a deep breath. It sounds like they're doing practice today, and then they're going back to the normal media availability as best that they can.
It's the best possible outcome we could have all hoped for in terms of where we were at on Monday night and what transpired the couple days after.
Yeah.
Like I'm just so happy that it happened this way.
I would like to see. I hope that they have. Selfishly, I hope that they have a camera on him when they tell him that his charity got $6 million worth of donations. In the last 2 days,
and he's like, "That's too many toys."
And he's like, "Wait, thank you to Carpet Man Flooring, for giving me $5 more than the Washington Commanders organization did."
Yes, Fartbox 69,
Yeah.
$25.
I appreciate you.
that. Shout out. But so now, by the way, you have a sticker under your hat. It's going to drive me crazy for the rest of
That's how the kids are wearing them.
No, that one is not.
On the bill?
On the bottom.
Yeah.
No.
That's how you do it.
That's what they wear it on top.
They wear it on top.
I do mine on bottom.
Can you at least press it in? It's
I'm
going to
trying
drive me
to.
nuts.
If you're watching on YouTube,
It's gonna drive me nuts.
I'm honoring Buster from Dave and Buster's. He passed away
R.I.P.
a couple days ago. Recurring guest
yeah.
on the show, so I'm wearing my Dave and Buster's
All right,
hat.
let me see now.
How about now?
All right, you look better. You look
Okay.
better. All right, so now not to get all Skip Bayless, we can talk about what's going to happen with the Bills and Bengals. So the game is canceled, and there's a bunch of things.
Officially?
I think it has been officially.
They said that they're
All
not.
things are trending towards a no contest.
No
they're
contest.
not going to play it this week. We know that.
Right.
Yeah.
And I think it seems like they're not going to play it at all. I think there's a couple things that were thrown out that are interesting. There's an idea that potentially the first and second seed, so it would be the Bills and the Chiefs, they get to decide. So I would think they would let the Bills decide first because they beat the Chiefs, whether they want home field advantage throughout the playoffs or a bye. And then the other team gets whatever whichever one they didn't pick.
And the other team gets to host the AFC Championship
Right.
game if you choose
Which is a
to get the bye.
crazy thing because who wouldn't pick the less games?
Yeah, you take the bye.
You'd take the bye all the time. There's no chance you wouldn't take the bye.
I think
right?
you take the bye. There was another suggestion that it might come down to a ping pong ball to determine who gets in, and that wouldn't that just be the ultimate big cat if our buddy Hank lost out on the playoffs with the Patriots due to a ping pong ball machine?
All right, so odds are Chiefs get the 1 seed, evens are Bills get the 1 seed. Hank, you can guess the number.
And it counts?
Yeah.
17.
Odds are Chiefs, even is Bills. 51, Chiefs have the 1 seed.
Okay.
Unfortunately. That's
right.
the part of NFL, if you'd like to use this footage and have this be the deciding factor,
As reported first on Part of My Take.
Yeah.
Although it would be very appropriate if they did the ping pong ball machine. It turns out Hank was wrong.
Yeah.
And the Bills get home field.
it is crazy that there's so much at stake with these three teams and the AFC playoffs being so loaded.
Yeah.
And also the second seed having to play the Bengals, which I think like the way they've kind of shook it all out, it feels like the Bengals might just have the third seed. I will get woke for a second because wouldn't it be perfect if the NFL didn't even have to deal with this situation and the Las Vegas Raiders beat the Chiefs and the Ravens beat the Bengals?
That would be interesting.
That would be interesting, wouldn't it?
that'd be-
Because that would mean that the Bills, even if they forfeited the game against the Bengals, and the Bills beat the Patriots, so the Bills would have 3 losses, Chiefs would have 4, Bengals would have 5. There's no way that the Bills, even if they lost the game to the Bengals, could lose the tiebreaker to the Chiefs. Problem solved.
That does make a lot of sense. Counterpoint: Jared Stidham versus Patrick Mahomes.
Counterpoint: Jared Stidham might be next up.
He might be, yeah.
Jared Stidham.
There's another
Jared
report.
Stidham.
So there's a bunch of different ways
right there,
that you
Hank.
can look at this. What did you say, Hank?
He said Jared Stidham. I said Jared Stidham.
Well, I used to call him that before him was really in the vernacular.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you were just early to it.
Yeah.
Well, he used to be the Pats backup.
Okay, so there's another possible outcome that we can have here. This is the one that I think that they should do. This seems to be the most fair one. They are considering giving 8 seeds in the AFC as well as the NFC.
Oh,
Because
Are the Bears back in?
that would be more fair. If you can't just have the number 1 seed in the NFC get a leg up and get that bye week if the AFC doesn't get it.
Right.
So I think that that's the fairest way to go about it.
more football.
And this is crazy. The Washington Commanders are now back in the hunt, for the playoffs.
Would they-
and
yeah.
wouldn't that be wild
The Jets would be in the hunt too.
if wild card weekend, Commanders versus Eagles rematch, and the Commanders have a chance to take them out. Max, I think that's fair. Like, listen, there's some things are bigger than sports, and we've gone through an unprecedented week in the NFL, and we're just glad that, for the health and safety of the players that they're doing. Hamlin's doing well. That's great news. So let's not make this like a big bickering, squabbling thing about how we can make sure that the Eagles are favored by the league.
I'm happy Damar Hamlin's okay.
and
And I'm happy that Damar Hamlin is okay.
If there are 8, that
all
seems
you
to be
care.
fair, though, right? Because the AFC would need 8 seeds potentially. Then the NFC would need to also have their 8 seeds.
Makes perfect sense.
Yeah, perfect sense.
Yeah, I wouldn't. Yeah,
but it's for Damar Hamlin, you know that,
yeah,
right?
Yeah.
It's for that would be correct.
It's like
So,
the opposite of Orlovsky praying on air. You're like actually saying
that's
like,
not.
you want Damar Hamlin to go back into a coma. Is what you're saying.
I'm happy. I'm happy that he's okay.
Okay.
You don't sound happy
That's
right now.
interesting. You don't sound happy. That's not how I usually express
Max,
happiness.
put the camera on yourself so people can see how not happy you are.
I'm happy he's okay. I don't know.
Okay,
I don't know what else you want me to say.
I mean, I just think that it's the most fair way to do it. 8 seeds from each. It's going to be funny though,
How
because
do you think
even
they
if
should do it, Max?
if it was 8 seeds,
I personally
Rivera
think
would
that you
probably
should
start
keep it with the
Carson Wentz
AFC
again.
and not touch the NFC.
Yeah. The other one that I actually like, I think that actually probably makes the most sense. If the Chiefs, Bengals, or Bills, if any 3 of those teams are involved in with each other in the AFC Championship game, they played at a neutral site, which kind of rules. That would, and maybe do it in New York. We get to go to the game. That would really rule.
what would the neutral site be?
I don't know. I think they would have to do outdoor because
I
all
was
all 3
seeing Miami as a possibility.
No, come on. Don't be selfish. Jake.
January?
Don't be selfish.
I think that-
you got to
I-
have elements, baby.
I think the league would schedule it indoors. You know
yeah,
the league.
Yeah, but elements. All 3 teams are outdoor cats.
But I don't.
that's
I don't.
kinda
I don't think that
bullshit.
Goodell would care about that.
The
I think
answer is-
Goodell would care about them being able to sell the game and sell tickets to a warm city.
Let's be honest. The answer is Detroit because it's always Detroit for these games. And then we'd also have the joke of like this team has won more games in Detroit, playoff games in Detroit than Detroit in the last 30 years.
Yeah.
You just got to always fall back to what is the trivia answer that would hurt Detroit the most. Mm-hmm. It's like, yeah, the Chiefs have won more games in Detroit. So, yeah. Whatever they do, people will be pissed.
Yeah. There's no good way to do it. Like there is no excellent solution to it.
Well,
except,
there is.
except for the 8 seeds in each conference.
Well, no, there is an excellent solution. Tinfoil cap back on. Raiders win, Ravens win, Bills win. That is the easiest way to do it. And then they don't have to worry about anything. Just throwing it out there. Wouldn't that be interesting?
but I
Wouldn't
don't.
that be interesting?
Are you so?
Say that again?
Who's
the
on?
Raiders? Yeah, Hank, put it in a parlay. The Raiders win, the Ravens win, and the Bills win.
I'm looking up who the Raiders Chiefs referees are going to be this weekend. Who's
That
the
would
hatchet
be
man?
interesting.
Who's the
would it
hatchet man
not?
for the NFL? Like they've got in the NBA, they got Scott Foster that gets the call.
It would be interesting. That's all I'm going to say. It would be interesting. It would be very,
1926
very interesting.
plus 1926.
Plus 1926? I actually think you might not even need the Bills and Bengals part of that you might not need the Bengals part of that because I think the Bills would win tiebreaker. I don't know how all these tiebreakers work because it'd be a 3-way tie at 12-4 or whatever it is, 13-4. Either way, they will probably have a decision. What do you think in the next 24 hours? Probably. So we'll see what happens with the playoffs.
Because there are implications about how these teams are going to be playing this weekend based on what the playoffs are going to be. So,
Right.
like, you can't sit certain guys
Right.
if it does impact your seeding.
Right,
overall.
like if the Bills have to win this game to have a chance at the 1 seed, they got to win this game. Same with
Exactly.
I mean, the Bengals are going to try to win the AFC North anyway because the Bengals are playing. If the Bengals lose to the Ravens, I don't know. Yeah, all this stuff confuses me. It's all winning percentage and numbers that don't make sense to me. But
I've got the referee. It's going to be Scott Novak, Chiefs Raiders. If the Raiders are going to win this game, he is the key. Scott Novak. Let's look and see what he's invested
He's from Las Vegas, right?
Yeah, the picture that they have on footballzebras.com, He's actually the guy that wears the gorilla mask.
Yeah, he's
in the black hole.
He's at a craps table with the gorilla mask
yeah,
on.
he's got the gorilla mask on. He's got spiked shoulder pads.
I'm just saying.
And here's a surveillance photo at PF Chang's with Mark Davis.
Yeah, so the dominoes could start falling as early as Saturday if that happens. I'm just throwing it out there.
Buster Olney's in the background doing the chop. Dancing.
Very interesting. All right, so week 18, we got a bunch of games that mean absolutely nothing. We have a few games that mean absolutely everything. For anyone who hasn't been, I assume most people have just been looking at the playoff simulators constantly. So let's throw the Bills Bengals and what they decide aside. It pretty much comes down in the AFC. If the Patriots win, they're in. If the Patriots lose and the Dolphins win, they're in. If the Patriots and Dolphins both lose and the Steelers win, they're in. And then the only other thing that we have to decide in the AFC is if the Ravens lose, the Chargers could climb up to the 5th seed with a win. And then in the NFC, the Eagles are going for the 1 seed. What are you going to say, Hank? What are you going to say?
The Ravens game is before the Chargers game too, so they
Correct.
could
Kind of
potentially
stupid.
rest starters.
Yes.
Yeah, that's what. Yeah.
Yes, exactly. In the NFC, the Eagles are going for the 1 seed. The 49ers, if the 49ers win and the Eagles lose, they will get the 1 seed. If the Eagles and 49ers both lose and the Cowboys win, they get the 1 seed. And then it's pretty simple at the bottom of the playoffs. Packers are winning in, and then if the Packers lose and the Seahawks win, they're in. Mm-hmm. So, and then the Texans and Bears are fighting for the number 1 pick overall. The Bears lose Nathan Peterman, and the Texans win. The Bears would get the number 1 pick.
I'm just so glad that we're getting a Nathan Peterman game. We were promised this game earlier this season.
Yep.
Didn't get it. I'm pumped to see
I'll be so mad at him.
out there.
So mad at him if he wins this game.
I will be mad if he doesn't throw a single interception.
Yeah.
That would be disappointing.
That too.
Packers lose, Seahawks lose, Lions are in.
Yes. Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yes.
Yeah.
If
Well,
the
the
Seahawks
Packers would lose to the Lions.
Yeah. If the Seahawks lose, then the Packers-Lions game on Sunday Night Football becomes a win and in situation.
Tinfoil hat, that's what the NFL is going to do.
Also
they want people to watch Sunday Night
A
Football.
lot of tinfoil hats.
Can you imagine?
Trying to figure it
Yeah,
out.
no. My tinfoil hat is on snug. Mm-hmm. Snug is a bug.
It has to be.
Yep.
Because there's a lot at stake.
I got the documents right here.
All right, and then as for our competition, it comes down to the end, week 18. Jake, give us the tally.
Yes. So PFT first place with 37.5 points.
Okay.
Thank you.
He's most likely locked up first place, but not official. Max with 34, currently on the hot seat. Big Cat a half point behind at 33.5. Looks like 1 and 2 of you are battling it out. Billy, most likely safe as well at 29.5, and then Hank at 27 and me at 25. So most likely Max versus Big Cat and me versus Hank.
Okay, so it seems like a 4-man race for second
Unless
place.
Billy, which we should address, you're making him pick an extra over due to the postponed game.
Yep.
So if Billy can go 5-0 and Max can go 0-4, depending on what you do, Billy could jump to second. That's the only way.
Well,
Big Cat would also have to go 0-4.
Yes, we'd both have to go 0-4.
if I go 0-4 and Max goes 4-0, then I fall to second.
Correct.
I think if
Or
anyone
Big Cat goes 4-0 and I go 0-4, I end up tied with Big Cat.
I think if anyone goes 0-4 in week 18, they should just have to tweet out the Ray Allen tweet and not address it for 24 hours.
Yeah.
Everyone cool with that?
No.
Mm-hmm.
Why not, Jake? We're all cool with it. No?
Dude,
Jake!
You're having sex in the tweet.
Come on, Jake.
Street
Can
cred.
I add asterisks?
What do you mean?
Yeah, you can do
on
CL asterisk.
Oh, yes. You could do that, but no one else can.
Okay, that's
all right.
fair.
Anyone who goes 0-4 has to tweet that out,
Only Jake would
and
actually.
they can't address it for 24
Wait,
hours.
but I've
Only
been
Jake would
trying to
actually
go-
sex somebody and like bleep out the word dick.
But I'm trying to go 0-5.
All right, so if you go 5-0, then
Yeah. If you go 5-0, then you have to tweet it out.
So you guys have to all tweet it regular, and I get to do asterisks.
Yep, and you can't say why. I mean, AWLs will know why, but for anyone else, you can't. You just have to leave it out there for 24 hours.
Yep, that's fine.
It'll be funny if it's multiple. If it's a few of us that have to do this.
So all of us winless and Billy undefeated.
Undefeated. Yes. Okay. So
I'm getting there. When you masturbate, think about my tongue or your clit and switching back and forth from my dick to my tongue.
you just gotta leave
there's
it up
only
there.
like 3 or 4 inappropriate.
Well, you
words
got
in there.
clit, masturbate.
I don't
dick.
think masturbate's inappropriate.
There's just inappropriate times for it.
For my
have an
type of
appropriate
timeline.
Which letter would you asterisk out? in
Yeah.
masturbate?
You got to
Maybe
go with
the
the U.
R or the B? I don't know.
Master 8?
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. We'll cross that bridge when we get there.
Okay.
I think the U is the worst.
Yeah, you got to take the U out. Hank,
Yeah.
did you say there's never an appropriate time to masturbate?
No, you're like it's an inappropriate time to talk about masturbating. When is the appropriate time?
Bonk.
You work. For
Oh, you're
CNN?
saying when is?
Yeah.
I mean, what if you're talking
With
like
a doctor.
I'm about to go jerk off.
Okay.
With a doctor, or if you're like at a sperm bank?
Yeah.
Or if you're on a Zoom call.
Good point.
Or if you're
the CNN
if
legal
you're-
analyst. Yeah.
Or if you're on a
CNN guy?
yeah, or you're on a FaceTime and the girl's like, "Hey, will you jerk off for me?"
Pull a tube in.
Yeah.
I just realized this is so much worse than the bowling for me.
Really?
Yeah, I would feel so much worse about this.
Yeah, but Jake, think about the long-term injury.
Both
Yeah,
but-
both activities
Cancel.
get your elbows torn up.
You're not going to get canceled.
You can't get canceled. Whatever.
You're uncancelable, Jake. You are.
If you still have a job, you can't get canceled.
It's true.
That's true.
Yeah.
Just win one game, Jake.
I know, right?
Just win one game.
Yeah.
Okay. So, and to refresh everyone, so the second place and loser will have to go to a bowling alley. They will have to bowl a perfect game, 300. Every hot dog they eat is 10 pins off of that score. Every beer they drink, 10 pins off that score for the second place, 5 pins off the score for the last place. Every beer they drink is 1 pin off the score. And they have to stay in the bowling alley for 10 hours. Next day, come back 10 hours. Next day, come back 10 hours until they bowl a cumulative perfect game, either via hot dogs and bowling. What if one of us just bowls a perfect game? That'd be sick.
Yeah.
Be legendary.
Legendary.
Imagine that. Imagine the stage that you'd be on.
And we'll live stream all of it. You have to bowl at least 3 games in an hour, so you have to keep bowling. You can't just be like, I'm not going to bowl. Billy was like, oh, my plan was to just drink a shitload of beer and then bowl later. So Billy was just going to do a case race.
Well, the thing is, you can drink beer whilst bowling.
Yes.
It's actually an activity that many of us do on a regular basis.
Yes.
So I think the move would be to make it a little bit fun, get kind of drunk as you start to bowl, and then just kind of write the first day off entirely.
We should say, though, too, there should be a rule that going into when you roll the first ball of the first frame, you're locked into your beer hot dog total. So you can't when you're in the 10th frame, be like, oh, I'm going to be 5 off. Let me eat a hot dog real quick.
The hot dogs count towards the next game.
Yes, exactly, exactly.
And should you be allowed to be on your phone?
Wait.
Yeah,
I feel like you should not be allowed to be on your phone.
I like
during
that.
this. Yeah.
I like that. What do you say, Billy? Yeah, because you would just wait. You would just stand there
Billy, you're
and get
Probably
close.
safe.
I know, but you can never be too sure.
The rule I said is what stands. That makes it
the
more
most
fun,
sense.
and it
Yeah.
makes it more fun. So it's not like just trying to chug beer right at
Because
the end.
you would definitely figure out a way that would game that system that would be easier for you but less fun for everybody watching.
Correct.
And that's who we're
I
focused on here,
played
Bill.
one game.
You would be able to eat that many hot dogs? Yeah. Okay. All right, let's get to the picks. Let's do the picks.
So if Hank and I have 3 of the same, it's over.
Okay.
You guys won't.
You won't. You
If we have
definitely
2 of the same, Hank is guaranteed at least a tiebreaker.
I almost
Okay.
want to make sure that you guys don't. have the same.
Tiebreaker is wild card weekend. You have to pick every single game. You can pick over, under, underdog, favorite, but you have to make a pick on every single game and an additional pick. So 7 total picks. You ready, Hank?
Yep.
All these have been texted to memes beforehand, so there will not be any colluding.
No funny business, on this
business.
one. No funny
Let's
business.
get to Week 18 preview.
My favorite is the Cowboys -7.
Oh.
Playing for a 1 seed, going up against a joke of a quarterback, joke of a
Wait,
franchise.
what? Taylor Heineke's playing.
No, he's actually, fact check, false. Sam Howell's playing.
Oh, he's not a joke.
Sam Howell,
No?
not a joke. In fact,
Really?
some people had him as the number 1 draft pick overall coming into this last college
If
football
he's
season.
not a joke, why is he not played?
Because we're in win now mode, which is why we started Carson Wentz last week.
He had the fastest throw at the combine.
Yeah, also, so here's one thing that concerns me about Sam Howell. I like him. He looks like he could be a good quarterback. He played well in the preseason. He doesn't eat red meat. He's anti-red meat.
Neither does my quarterback.
But your quarterback doesn't eat meat at all.
Yeah, that's true.
I'd rather have that than a quarterback
At least
that
he's not a fence sitter.
nervous bird.
Yeah.
He eats the chicken. He eats the pork. He does not eat red meat. That's a problem to me.
Now, this is what I love about Week 18, all the things going on at the same time. Hank, are you a little nervous about the Cowboys playing their game, and they look up at the scoreboard, and the Eagles are up 28-0?
No.
Okay, because they would definitely sit their starters
Yeah.
without a doubt.
Yeah, but it's Sam Howell.
Okay,
It's Sam Howell, who's, again, did you not
Unproven.
hear me when I said that he was ranked as the number 1 draft pick in the entire NFL by Stephen Shea going into last college football season?
also not a lot of tape on him.
Do you remember how good he was
Billy's nodding like, yeah.
2 years ago?
We're making good points.
You remember 2 years ago how good he was?
I think the Cowboys defense is really good. They have a lot to play for.
Okay.
Going up against a rookie, essentially a rookie quarterback that
He's
hasn't
literally-
He
played.
is literally a
He,
rookie.
no, but he's also essentially a rookie.
Yeah, both.
So yeah, a rookie quarterback that hasn't played going up against one of the better defenses. I like my chances.
Okay.
Okay.
All right, so that is your favorite. Max.
My strategy was I picked all these games blindly because
What does that mean? Like you shut your eyes?
So
and
I
just,
shut my eyes and was just going like this, and I picked. It would be like, okay, this is my over, and I would, or this is my favorite. This is my blah blah blah.
Okay.
Because he doesn't want me to have any of the same
Correct.
with him.
But you still
Correct.
probably picked the Eagles.
I did not pick the Eagles.
Okay.
But this was by coincidence, I swear. This does help the Eagles. I picked Saints -3.5, and I would like the Saints not to cover that.
Wow.
Against the Panthers.
Correct. Against the Panthers.
Well, Max, I got some news for you.
No way. No.
I don't have that as my
Yeah.
favorite.
Oh, you have the Panthers.
But I have my Panthers as the under.
Wow.
Oh, that game will be very important.
And what's the
Okay.
line on that one?
3.5.
Okay, so it can't be a push.
Wait,
Can't be
so
a push.
I can't lose.
Why?
I can't get second.
He is right.
Oh,
Yeah,
yeah.
boom.
Yeah.
Woo!
Okay, there you go, Billy. I'm happy
All right,
you. I'm
congrats,
happy you
Billy.
almost tried to change the rules of the punishment. For
Boom.
That. All right. PFT.
Okay, so for my favorite, I'm taking the Bengals. Taking the Bengals as a favorite.
-7.
-7.
against the Ravens. Also, Billy, you still can because if you go 5-0 when Max goes 0-4.
Oh,
Wait.
Jake called cap.
Yeah.
You got
No, but
Billy.
then,
No, because then he'd be up.
would-
Billy,
Yeah.
go put on the giant cap.
yeah.
Yep. Ignore.
Jake, you put on the giant cap.
Cap.
Yeah, I like the Bengals. I like the Bengals a lot. So the reality of the situation is the Bengals they're rested going into this game, and I think that the Ravens are in a very weird position with Lamar Jackson. Harbaugh gave a press conference yesterday where he was like visibly frustrated with questions about Lamar. He was like, I don't know anything that's going on with Lamar. You're going to have to ask him if you want to get any answers to this. So I feel like Baltimore's stock going down. Bengals, they're kind of an unknown right now, but I think that they're a much better team, and they just seem like they're more focused to going around this postseason.
By the way, one of the dumbest arguments online right now going is this is unfair. The Bills got an extra week off. I think
That
the
is
Bills
dumb.
would have traded
yeah,
not having one of their teammates
People
die.
are saying
oh,
that?
yeah. Oh, yeah. They're
Probably
like,
Jets
Bills only
fans.
had to play 17 weeks, and the Chiefs had to play 18.
Oh, my God.
Oh, yeah.
yeah, probably
Oh,
the
yeah.
Jets fans that were doing the Tua fingers.
Oh, yeah.
But I do think I think it does it's good that the Bengals didn't play a game in terms of like how rested they are. That's just a fact. So I'm taking them.
Yeah. Okay. My favorite, and this hurts me personally, but I have to do it because I do think that there's history here. I'm taking the Colts -3, and I'm doing it
Against the
because
Texans.
against the Texans.
Oh my God, I have the Texans.
You do?
Yeah.
Oh, no.
Oh my God.
Oh, wow. Okay. Bill, you're out of it. Yeah. Billy's going to, after every pick, Billy's going to be like, wait.
I was just seeing if that canceled out the thing
No.
before.
So,
How did that cancel?
So the precedent is, if you remember, well, first of all, I think the Colts are going to still play hard because I think Jeff Saturday doesn't really know anything else. Like he's going to try to get him to play hard. Lovie Smith, there's precedent for him tanking at the end of a season. If you remember, in 2014, the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, this is the Jameis draft coming up. The Tampa Bay Buccaneers were 2-14. They had to lose the game. They went up on the Saints 20-7 in the first half. He pulled his entire offensive line. Josh McCown got safetied, basically tanked in real life. There was a big story after, like, oh, did they tank? And obviously they all said, no. They were trying to give guys a different look. He tanked. Right as we were watching it, he tanked that game. I think he will do the same in this game. Even if they get a lead, he will make sure that they find a way to lose. They ended up losing that game 23-20. So Lovie Smith knows. He knows that tanking is good for them. What are you looking at me, Max?
You're trying to lose these games, correct?
No, I'm trying to win. I'm just picking my games.
He took the Colts because he thinks that Lovie Smith that the Texans aren't going to
But
show
for the
up.
competition, it's better for you to lose, no?
Well, no, it doesn't matter. It's all going to shake out.
You guys are
I don't think you
essentially
can do
tied.
that. I think
Yeah,
you
you
just got to
can't.
pick your picks.
That's
Yeah,
fucking
because,
lame.
Like if you try to pick losing picks, they'll probably win.
Because look at
But
your
I'm
look at your
saying-
record over the course of the entire season. It's pretty much 500.
I get
right?
that. But I'm saying on Sunday, you and I,
Right.
our picks, we're going to be rooting against each other on
Right.
the picks.
Right.
That's all I'm saying.
You don't want to finish in second,
Right.
So you want to do better with these picks.
No,
Oh, wait,
we
wait,
wanna
you gotta-
lose.
No, wait, I might have
Wait,
fucked
you
it
wanna
up.
do
Yeah,
worse.
no, you're
Oh,
right,
shit.
I fucked it up.
Because
I'm
on,
stuck now.
Oh,
yeah.
shit.
All right. Well, this is actually good though because I picked games that I thought would win and that will lose.
You know what?
so
This
really,
is, this,
you and I picked.
this is as pure of a fade yourself moment as you
Yeah,
can
no, this is
possibly
great.
get.
I'm actually
Yeah.
even happier with myself. I pick games
Yeah.
like I wanted to win.
Yeah.
Because that's all I know how to do, and all I know how to do is lose.
This is like the idea of having a gambling app that changes your bet without
Yeah.
you even knowing. About
and
it.
I'm
Yeah.
going to be I am going to be rooting for the Texans all game because I want the Bears to get the number one pick.
This is quite a dynamic here. that
Yeah.
we've got.
This is hard. This is
Oh yeah,
confusing. Me,
Oh
but
yeah,
I think,
no,
I think
I'm a big like you can't. Well, we'll see. We'll see how it
Yeah,
all
we'll
goes.
see.
We'll see how it all goes.
I actually have the same pick as my loser, Colts -3.
Okay.
So I thought they were going to lose.
Okay. So that means they're probably going to win and cover.
I mean, I just don't know how the Colts are able to do anything that resembles a functional football team right now. When you look at what's
Yeah.
happened,
I might
it's
have
been-
fucked this up.
It's been
now that
bad.
I'm
Who's
thinking
going to
about
start
it.
at quarterback for him? Is it going to be Stidham or not Stidham? Ellinger?
Yeah.
All right, so there you go, Billy.
I know, but I'm picking him as a loser.
I know only one way to gamble. It's to try my hardest. So I might have fucked this up.
responsible.
Wait,
Responsibly,
Yeah,
I might have fucked this up.
Billy, are you completely out on Sam Ellinger now?
No, I don't have confidence in the Colts organization right now.
Okay.
These
not
are-
his fault.
Max just put me in a torture chamber. I fucked this up. I really fucked this up. I really only know how to win.
But we would have had the exact same two picks if you did it.
We're gonna split
that
these.
way.
It doesn't matter. We're
Yeah,
gonna split
yeah,
these.
yeah,
You know
yeah,
we
yeah,
will.
yeah,
That's how it
yeah,
always
yeah.
works.
I
All
mean,
right.
if you're thinking PMT rigged, we want this contest to go for another week into wildcard weekend.
Yeah.
For ratings, for clicks. Right, Hank?
Although it's gonna be tough because Max
We're
is on
half, yeah.
All right, Jake.
In the biggest game since the Blake Bortles era, I'm taking the Jacksonville Jaguars -6.5 against the Tennessee Titans.
That's an
And
L.
you can use
That's an L.
the Game Time app for $170.
Hank knows he's safe now.
Yep.
Yes.
Keep you coming on.
I
Yep.
have the Titans.
Oh,
Yes.
Wow.
That's good for me.
it is.
Less
but
things that need to happen.
the Jaguars feels like the squarest pick on the board right now.
But, I mean, look at it.
Look at this,
Josh
me versus
Dobbs
Jake.
Yeah.
for playing for the Titans right now. Like, are you going to actually
Trevor Lawrence
bet
is so
on
hot.
Josh Dobbs?
This is actually incredible
to
because now
make
on
it to the
Sunday,
playoffs as the starting quarterback for what is it, second
Big
career
for him.
start?
I love
like
this.
that's Jake. I know it's a square pick, but sometimes
Squares win.
it's hip to
Squares
be
win.
square.
And also, this makes it if the Jaguars somehow cover, now we go into Sunday and they're only one game apart.
And if the Titans cover, Hank goes into Sunday guaranteed a tiebreak.
Yeah. So there you go. Saturday night will be incredible.
Oh, baby.
That's
Okay.
good for me. That's less
Yeah.
things that need to happen for me to gain a game.
That's true. All right, your favorite underdog, Hank, is the Titans. Titans plus
Plus
6.5.
Vrabel, Patriot, football guy, recurring guest, gamer. He's going to get the boys up. He's going to get the boys ready. This is a game they win.
We have breaking news. Breaking news. Sorry, Billy. Texas has fired Chris Beard.
Ooh, I know you're a big fan of his. No, Jake was the one who was a big fan.
Absolutely not.
Jake was
no,
a big fan.
no.
Jake
Disavow what
was
he
a
did.
huge
Nope.
Chris Beard
Nope.
guy.
No, thank you.
Yeah.
Goodbye.
No,
All right,
you said most magical run to the Final Four ever, Texas Tech.
Never.
You
has
never
been
said
fired.
that.
I believe that would be Loyola Chicago.
Okay. Did
2018.
you compliment his coaching at any point? I'll look up Jake's
His
Twitter.
his defense.
Jake, let's see.
This isn't the.
Jake, strictly what took place on the basketball court. How would you rank him as a coach? Between the lines.
I'm looking to see if I had a good Chris Beard tweet.
And I'm going to retweet it if you do.
In February, when Texas beat Kansas, I said major win for the Longhorns. Chris Beard went through HE double hockey sticks last week.
Oh. Okay, I'm
I
going to
don't
find
know
something.
what that
I'm going to
means.
find something.
Oh wow! In this clip, you call him Hitler.
Oh.
No. That is not me. No.
Okay, where are we? Who's up? Oh, you
Max.
Max. So you have Texans.
Yeah, we already know.
+3. Okay. PFT.
My underdog, my favorite dog of the week. This dog, this is also a square pick. The Chargers? Are the Chargers a dog this week?
Yeah, they are. I mean, we'll find out.
+3 at the Broncos.
Yeah, so what I saw this and I was like, that's a mistake. Like, do we think Russell Wilson got Jerry Rosburg cured Russ Wilson last week?
It's a question of the Ravens game. So if the Ravens lose this game, the Chargers will try really hard. If the Ravens win this, or is it reverse? I think it might be reverse.
No, because they want to pass the Ravens. Right now they're behind the Ravens.
Correct.
They want to pass them so that they could possibly play at the Jaguars or the Titans in the first round of the playoffs.
They actually are ahead of the Ravens right now. But if the Ravens won, I think they would then win. All the fucking shit is so confusing now with the Bengals and Bills stuff.
Yeah,
but that's why that line is that way.
I love the Chargers. I can't believe how much I love the Chargers this weekend. And this again, it might be me continuing to buy into the Chargers bullshit, but I think that the Chargers win this. I'm going to adjust the line on this. Now I'm going to keep +3 in this, but I'm just going to give out like a bonus. I'm going to adjust the line, go Chargers -6.5.
Okay.
Yeah.
My favorite underdog is the Panthers +3.5. I really fucked this up. I picked picks that I thought would win. I hope that my terrible gambling record through 2 decades comes through for me in the clutch here.
You've been training for this moment your entire life.
I have. So
It's
actually, I shouldn't be upset because if I did what Billy's trying to do, where it's like, oh, I'm picking the ones that are going to lose.
You're the Bears right now.
Yeah.
Big Cat's the Chicago Bears trying to
Yeah.
get the #1 pick. Like this
Yeah.
This is what you've been preparing for since 1985.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
literally what you're doing right now.
Yes, it is. It is. Okay.
Commanders +7.
Good pick, Billy.
Commanders +7.
Good pick. That's right. We didn't get outbid by Carpet Man Flooring by $5 for this. How crazy would
How
it
much
be?
did they donate?
$5,000.
Wow.
I thought about going 5,001 just so I would appear above. But there's no. Think about it this way. And I'll kind of reset what we're talking about here. In the Damar Hamlin charity, in the GoFundMe, it gives a list of the top donors. And in the top donors, you see a bunch of quarterbacks, like Andy Dalton was on that list, a bunch of people, famous people. A lot of organizations have donated money to his toy drive. The Washington Commanders, one of those teams, they donated $5,000. And $5,005 right above them was Carpet Man Flooring that outbid the Commanders. Now, to be fair to the Commanders, their charity organization, they did bounce a $40,000 check for the 50-50 raffle earlier this season, so they just might want to make sure that they have that in their account.
Yes. It's also kind of crazy. Like, why wouldn't you'd think a team would just be able to donate privately, so like contact them and be like, hey, we're going to give a bunch of money, but we don't have to actually sign up and put our credit card into GoFundMe.
Yeah, but if you're the Commanders, you try to take every good PR hit that you can get.
True.
And you know what?
And
I
this
actually
turned out to be a bad one.
I bet Carpetman Flooring did that and wrote in Commanders $5,000 just so that he could
we should have done
donate
that.
$5,005
Yeah.
and be like, look, I gave more money than the Commanders.
69 cents, Commanders.
Yep.
$15, Rick Pitino.
I've got a trivia question for you here, Big Cat.
Yeah.
And also, if you're looking to get into this game, I do have the Game Time app pulled up right now. Only $82. Only $82 to get in the Commanders.
Rivalry game.
Rivalry game. It's Dallas week, man.
Yeah.
We want Dallas.
Game Time has the best
Sam
ticket
Howell.
prices.
This might be the first start of a future Hall of Famer in Sam Howell.
Where were you?
Go say I was there.
Yeah.
Trivia question.
Darren Ravel will most likely be buying your ticket stub.
Yeah.
Your digital ticket stub
I like
at some
that.
point.
I like that. How many winning seasons do you think Ron Rivera has as a head coach?
Oh.
So he's been in the NFL, I think, 12 years.
Okay.
And, obviously made the NFC Championship game.
I want to
years in the
say
league.
6.
He's got 3 winning seasons.
Whoa.
And he's got a career winning percentage of .519, which is above average, but only 3 of his 12 seasons have been winning seasons.
Yeah, he had a 15-1
He had a 15 in 1 year. So, I like Ron Rivera as a human being. Ron Rivera, the man, he's a good man. If I could just hire a good man to fill that role, that would be Ron Rivera. Not a great head coach.
Yeah.
As far as record goes. And the whole Carson Wentz thing, I'm still very upset about that and how that was handled. So,
speaking of Ron Rivera and those Panthers teams, they did the Hall of Fame finalists, and Steve Smith didn't make it. Steve Smith, I saw a stat that blew my mind. So Steve Smith should be a Hall of Famer. He should make it. He's like 8th all-time in receiving yards. I think he's top 15 in touchdowns. But here's the stat that really should put him in guaranteed no matter what. In 2005, Steve Smith led the league in receiving yards, and his team was bottom 5 in pass attempts. That's only been done by someone else, by Isaac Bruce in 1996. And then 3 years later, he led the league in receiving yards, and his team was dead last in pass attempts.
Yeah.
That's insane. Like, he's playing, basically everyone was like, Jerry Rice had Joe Montana. They were listing like all these other receivers and being like, and Steve Smith had Jake Delhomme.
Yeah, no, Steve Smith. He is the all-time got that dog in him guy.
Yeah,
I think when a dog gets an X-ray, they've got that Steve Smith inside their rib cage.
Yeah, no,
that's how much of a dog he was.
Here it is. There's only 3 guys who've won the Triple Crown. I guess 4 now because Cooper Kupp won it last year. 4 guys have won the Triple Crown. So first in receptions, yards, and touchdowns. Sterling Sharp with Brett Favre in 1990. Sterling Sharp with Brett Favre in 1992. Jerry Rice with Joe Montana in 1990, and then Steve Smith with Jake Delhomme.
Yeah.
So that tells you how good he is.
Yeah, Steve Smith, awesome, like hilarious guy too.
Yes.
Very funny. Still maybe like a top 5 NFL player that I would not want to fuck with.
And he's also just I feel like it's been a while since we've gotten behind a Hall of Fame vote. We're still working on Dan Herron. Steve Smith. This podcast is a Steve Smith podcast.
Yeah, agreed.
He should be in the Hall of Fame. Okay, where are we at? Jake.
I'm taking the Houston Texans +3 against the Indianapolis Colts.
Okay.
We talked about last week that crazy stat about 97-16 or whatever with the Colts. I think the crazier stat is that Jeff Saturday won a game with no experience.
Yes, that's true.
So I think this ends.
Why are you saying
that? I was so close. That was my.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Now I couldn't be rooting for the Texans
Let's
more
go.
because
Texans.
I want Max to get a lead on me, and I want the Bears to get the number 1 pick.
Let's do it.
I'm all
Let's
in
go
on
Texans.
the Texans. All in on the Texans. All right, before we do overs and unders, quick word from one of our sponsors, Black Buffalo. I've talked about it before. If you're 21 or over and use nicotine pouches or long cut, you have to try tobacco alternative Black Buffalo. Black Buffalo is everything you love, nothing you don't, the feel, the taste, the ritual, just without the actual tobacco leaf or stem. Black Buffalo is actually made from a variety of cabbage leaves, different leaf, same ritual. So it spits just like real dip, but it doesn't have tobacco leaves or stem in it. It is really, really good. They also have nicotine free if you'd like that as well. It's basically keep the ritual of dipping, but don't have to worry about harming yourself at all. You can buy Black Buffalo online at blackbuffalo.com. If you're 21 or over and use the products like this, it's time to join the Black Buffalo herd. Head to blackbuffalo.com. Use promo code TAKE at checkout for 15% off your first order. That's the best offer you'll find, but you have to use the code TAKE for 15% off your first order. One last time, promo code TAKE for 15% off your first order. They have pouches. They have long cut. They have a bunch of different flavors. They have nicotine free. They have with nicotine. I am a huge fan of Black Buffalo. I have been. I actually know the guys who created the company. They're great dudes. So mint, straight, peach, wintergreen, blood orange, everything. So check it out, blackbuffalo.com. Use promo code TAKE for 15% off your first order. And it's got my stamp of approval. I like Black Buffalo. I like those guys. I like what they make. So, get rid of the real stuff. Get going with Black Buffalo. Keep that ritual going with Black Buffalo. Use promo code TAKE for 15% off your first order at blackbuffalo.com. Hank, favorite over.
Hate this a lot. I regretted sending it, but I sent it already, so I can't change it. Over Eagles, Giants, 43. Thought Jalen Hurts was going to be playing. I think he is, but his shoulder's not 100%, so they're probably going to, game plan that way.
Why would they play him?
Yeah, why would they play him?
They need to get the 1 seed.
Yeah, but I mean, the Giants aren't going to be playing anybody.
Yeah, I hate this pick. I hate it.
Yeah. Okay. We'll
It's a
see.
bad pick. It's a bad
pick. It's a bad pick.
Max is just
bad
looking
pick.
angry for some reason
Bad
over there.
No, I'm not. It's whatever.
Put in the paper that Max didn't get mad.
I don't care about what Hank has to say about the Eagles anymore.
Max, when we do live streams for the playoffs and the Eagles stream, I'm not going to wear Eagles gear. I think I'm just going to make a shirt with my ticket on it.
Okay, that's fine.
just sit
you're,
front row.
You're an ally.
Yeah.
That's fine.
Same.
No, you're
No,
not.
you aren't.
No, you're
No,
not.
you aren't.
Yeah.
I actually went up to Hank the other day and I was like, I get why Philly wants you dead. I was like, because like even a very loose affiliation just from a gambling pick, Hank bothers me.
He just also I like Hank. I think he's very good at his job, but he also sometimes treats the studio with a cavalier attitude that I don't think any of us would. He's got his feet up on the desk right
He's just
now.
hanging out.
Yeah.
Gets turkey everywhere.
Yeah,
it gets turkey everywhere.
Hank leaves food in the studio, which is disgusting.
He
On
just
the
comes
floor.
and hangs out and then goes back up to the C-suite where everything's clean. They clean everything perfectly.
I think he looks at this
I was
studio
gonna-
as
I
a
mean,
trash can.
if we're
he
gonna
walks
do this,
past it.
Big
I've
Cat
seen.
was- I was in a
I've
meeting
seen
with Big
Hank.
Cat earlier. He
Wait,
just threw his
Hank,
feet
shut
up.
up, Hank.
I had to. I was
Shut up, Hank.
uncomfortable.
Shut up, Hank. Mute yourself, Hank. I've seen Hank walk past the studio, open up the door, and throw his trash into it, and then close the door and leave.
Yeah. And he yells at some like underling being like, go clean it up, bitch. Okay. Your favorite over.
Cardinals Niners over 40.5.
So you're trying to lose this.
Yes.
You don't
correct.
like this pick.
Correct.
Is this
They're also random, but
Are we getting Blau or are we getting Trace McSorley?
I think we're getting a combo. I think it's Blau. Who knows? Week 18 really, like, almost all these games just suck. But
I swear I was just throwing shit at the wall. I have no idea about any of these picks. I was just picking games.
so you weren't trying to lose either.
No,
Yeah.
because I didn't want to make any opinion on anything because
Yeah.
I went with just picks.
Did you guys see Kyler Murray's picture when he got out of surgery?
No.
He is so gone off the anesthesia and pain
Really?
pills. He's sitting up in bed and he's giving like a big thumbs up. He looks like he's actually playing PlayStation with his thumbs,
Yeah.
but he's just like so pumped to be out of
Muscle
surgery.
memory. Yeah.
It's so funny looking at his face because
Yeah.
like it is if you've ever had surgery, it sucks. The rehab process is not fun, but you feel awesome right when you get done with it.
Yeah. So Cardinals versus 49ers. 49ers are playing for something. Cardinals, yeah. David Blau. Season from hell for the Cardinals. J.J. Watt's last game. I feel like he'll
True.
get a sack.
He'll get a sack for sure. Yep.
Bet that.
Did you see his badger that he got?
Yeah, I want it so
Somebody
bad.
mailed J.J. Watt a badger, which is that's kind of weird, but it plays.
Yeah, I
definitely-
want it. I want it.
Definitely plays.
I was like from Napoleon Dynamite. I was like, I want that.
You should call it honey. It should be the honey badger.
Okay. Your favorite over?
My over is Rams Seahawks. I love this over.
Same.
I love this over.
I have it as well.
What's to say?
41.5.
40.
Yeah.
That's so low. Gino's going to cook. He's going to be a free agent after this
Baker.
season, right?
Yeah.
So I'm pretty sure that this is Gino's last chance to go out there and just like let everybody know that what happened earlier in the year wasn't a fluke. Go throw some dimes, find DK, and then Baker's been playing pretty decently, I think.
And we really, really want the Rams to win this game so that the Lions can have a chance at winning, getting into the playoffs.
Yes, and also, I mean, it doesn't look good when you put it like this for the Rams, but in the great cycle of the NFC West, Pete Carroll owns Sean McVay.
It is true. They are going to play spoiler, though. I think there's a couple spots where it's like ripe for this team. Why not? Just spoil the Seahawks. You
Yeah.
might as well. All right, your favorite over. You have two, Billy.
First one, Chiefs Raiders 52.5.
Okay.
Second over, Lions Packers 49.
Okay. And you're trying to lose all these.
Trying to lose them.
Yeah. All right. Jake.
So, I have Chiefs Raiders as well. A little dilemma. We texted memes at 52.5. Now I'm seeing 52.
Let's go 52.
Yeah, it's whatever
That's
it is
what
right
it
now.
is.
That's
If
what
it's
Okay, I just
what
wanted
it is
to be
right now.
transparent.
52.
here.
52.
We've always done all season long what it
52.
is when we say it.
That
52.
is true. Yeah, Jake has always corrected
Hank
us
is-
and said the line moved. Hank, that's just a fact. Go back and listen to the show.
So there's actually now a chance that we could go into Sunday and Hank and Jake are tied.
No, I'd be a half out because I'm 2. So if I win that,
And you win the other,
then I'd be a half.
you'd be tied. You're down 2.
Right, but
What don't we
and then
understand
in the
here?
loss column, yes,
Right, you would
Yeah.
you would
Yes.
be tied.
correct.
Yes.
By that,
Yes.
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 How do you
Well,
feel,
everyone-
Jake? Do you feel like you've got a pretty good opportunity to beat Hank here?
Lions Packers over 49.
You feel good?
I mean, it's all going to come down to Saturday night.
Saturday. Well, no, it's going to come down to Saturday. All of Saturday.
Yeah,
Saturday.
that was kind of my idea here. Try to set the stage.
Are you
Yeah.
gonna feel like a little bad though if you beat Hank?
No,
Not at all.
not for this one.
I won't
Ice
feel
cold,
bad either.
ice cold blood,
I
Jake.
think the world wants to see Hank suffer. Generally.
Oh,
Under Hank.
It's fine. Bills Patriots 42.5.
Ooh.
Okay.
Okay.
Patriots offense. I mean, I bet the under for them all year. They're a disaster, worst offense to watch in the league, and elephant in the room. The Bills have a lot going on. I don't know how in sync they're going to be.
You don't think they're going to play for him?
It could go both ways.
It could.
Okay, so
But I don't know. It's
42 and a half.
It is what I said.
I've worked around
Thanks for
Billy
listening.
long enough to know when he gets this shit-eating grin on his face, he's got something that he's thinking about saying that, I don't know, might be in it. He's been laughing at his own joke for the last, 10 seconds.
Yo, what if Hank loses? What if we made Hank do the challenge in a bowling alley in Philly with Philly fans yelling at him the whole time?
Whoa.
That
would be hilarious.
Okay, that's also not what you were just thinking of.
I swear to God,
You just didn't want to say whatever joke
No,
you were about
that
to
was
say.
what I was
That's
thinking.
Fine, that's fine. That's fine. I get it. That's
people
good
throwing
discipline.
Batteries at Hank
No,
while
that's good.
bowling.
This is a great lie.
It would
Philly
be
people
hilarious.
love me.
We don't
I love
do that.
Philly.
We don't do that.
No,
Well,
but-
you'd say you have. You have thrown batteries.
Yeah, but we wouldn't do it now.
Philly people hate me. I don't hate.
I don't think
hate
anyone
Philly.
would waste batteries on Hank.
Okay.
But that would be hilarious.
Under Max.
Cowboys, Commanders, 41.
Good pick.
So
Yeah.
I'm rooting for the over there.
Nice.
I think big believer in Hal.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
You love
Yep,
him?
that's why.
How cool would it be, though, if we were named the Red Wolves and our quarterback was named Hal?
Oh,
That would be sick, right?
so sick.
If I could go back in time.
So sick. All right, PFT?
Yeah, I'm doing the same thing. I'm doing the under on that game. So
Okay.
all the stuff I was just saying about believing in Hal, he's still a rookie quarterback. So
Essentially.
they're probably gonna essentially. A
That
rookie
means you're
quarterback.
officially clear.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Crazy,
So PFT,
okay.
No bowling for PFT.
Thanks, guys. First season, first place, first time doing that. Very happy with myself, even though I think I'm going to end up the season barely above 500.
Yeah.
It's
Congrats
whatever.
on knowing ball.
Yeah.
No, you're 37, 31, and 1.
Oh, nice.
Oh, okay.
Hot down the
Guaranteed.
stretch.
Nice.
Me and you are the two official ball knowers.
Yeah, the Hungry Dogs.
Yeah, Hungry
Crushing
Dogs lighten it up.
Okay. The under. The lip is when he puts the tongue out. I know that he's mad. The under in the Jaguars Titans is my game. Under 40.
I like that.
I don't see how they're going to score. I think this is. You know how we've
So
always.
if you win that, then you could be winning going into Sunday.
Yes.
Or losing.
We've all been waiting for the Vrabel game. I think this is the Vrabel game.
I think we
Gotta be.
I think
It has to be.
the cover against the Cowboys was the
Vrabel.
Vrabel game.
I don't know. I think they've just been. This is because they rested a bunch of guys. They're going to be. Their defense is going to be as well rested as it's been in a long time. This is the Vrabel game.
He wins these games. He wins
does.
big games.
He does. And Trevor Lawrence, wouldn't it be kind of fit into everything? Trevor Lawrence had a bad first year because of Urban Meyer. Ascended this year, fell just short.
Too little,
Next
too late.
year
Yeah, too little,
is
too
his
late.
year to dominate the AFC South.
I think if you're a Jags fan, you
Or-
can be happy.
Feel good story. Jaguars stomp their way to the division title.
Not
Stomp
against
their
Stomp
Vrabel.
it.
No
Stomp.
way.
Jaguars don't stomp anywhere, Jake. They're they're
their
stealthy.
way.
They move through the jungle in silence.
Stomp it. Okay, Billy, you're under.
So if Jake loses those two, though,
He's done.
Correct.
He's cooked.
come on.
He's cooked.
So wait,
Well-
what is Hank rooting for now?
I'm
Yeah.
rooting for the under in game 1 and the Titans in game 2.
Okay.
All right, Billy.
Parlay.
Wow.
Last pick of the year, under Jets Dolphins, 38 and a
Wow,
half.
I like that last pick of the year, Mr. Irrelevant.
Yeah.
That's the last
Really-
pick for Billy.
that
It's
really
my- yeah,
that
it's
put a
my-
bow on the
yeah,
season for me.
Yeah, my last pick of the year.
Yeah. What a
about
year it
Jake's
was.
under?
Yeah. His last pick of the
It's
year.
my last.
Oh.
Yeah, it's his last pick.
So Dolphins Jets under is your pick.
Yep.
Okay.
Okay. Jake.
Picture this.
Oh! Everyone close your eyes,
I like
especially
how
if you're driving.
Jake just did narratives. I respect it.
Picture
Jake,
this.
Jake went straight in it. It's gonna be.
We are tied
Yeah.
entering Sunday Night Football. We're recording the podcast, and Jake Marsh has the Detroit Green Bay under 49 because we care about the AWLs.
Ooh,
And that's going
wow.
to provide the best content for the fans.
Yeah.
Wow.
Good point, Jake.
That's why we're doing this.
Hank is literally punching air right now. He got outflanked.
I was sure you were going to take the
outmaneuvered by
overs,
Jake.
too, in that. Because the overs seems like an easier pick.
Wow.
Oh, you're right. Actually, so that's better for me.
Yeah.
I almost
So
did
I'm
do
taking
that.
the under
I
because
had that written down first.
hopefully we have a situation where we're recording the podcast and then we get the results live on the air.
Yep.
That's
I
why
love
that's
it.
the only reason I'm taking it.
Thank you, Jake.
Yep.
That's great.
I-
So he can blame you guys now if he loses.
I am
So I have
just
2 on Saturday and 1 on Sunday night.
I'm just hoping so hard that the Lions beat the Packers to make the playoffs. And because I feel like I am that much invested in it, I feel like there's no chance that it happens because I want it to happen
There's
so
no
bad.
chance. But we're ending the season with Aaron Rodgers grinning and being like, "Told you guys."
It would just be so cool.
It's happening. All right, anything else?
Well, Aaron Rodgers is probably going to be exhausted from Friday.
Oh, yeah, true. Billion Aaron Rodgers, big day coming up. Anything else? I mean, these games, like, there's just the Steelers game's going to be fun.
Bucks, Falcons, we skipped.
Vikings,
Bears,
Nathan Peterman.
Browns, Steelers.
PF teaser.
Oh yeah,
Let's hear your gut reaction to this one, Big Cat.
my PF teaser. Hank gave me the stinkiest stink eye of all time.
Is it Vikings Browns?
No, it's not. It's the same game. I'm doing the Bucks +9, and then over 35.5 in that game.
I don't hate it.
You tease it. It's +108 when you take both of them.
I don't hate it because the Bucks.
Yeah, but he prefaced it. You know, obviously. You're
No, you gave me a big
against
stink eye, and then Hank was
No.
like, "What do you want me to be honest or be a yes man?" I was like, "Yes man. I want a yes man."
I think the Bucks are going to actually. Tom Brady's going to play at least the first half, and they're going to try to work on stuff.
Yeah,
I don't hate the Bucks just straight up.
the Falcons don't really have anything. Like what? Or they might not even show up for the game. They might forget that they have to play.
So they won't score. The Bucks can't score.
I think that they could score 36 points
They might be
against
able to score
no defense.
when they're not trying, just like this competition.
Yeah,
Just don't try.
Whatever. The PFTs is 1-0.
I'm betting it.
There you go.
I just don't love it.
All right, what else? Anything else before we get to
That's a
Kirk
compliment.
Herbstreit?
Rushmore.
Rushmore? Oh, man. Mount Rushmore on a Week 18. This is no chance this is going to win. I don't know how we...
Should all be for Sunday games?
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay,
All
so
right,
no
I'll do
Saturday.
Aaron
I'll
Jones.
take,
Aaron Jones.
I'm going to mix it up and take Saquon Barkley.
Okay.
Oh, no, he's not going to
No,
play.
come on,
He's not gonna
Hank.
play.
Get your
He's not
head in the
gonna play.
game.
Jesus Christ.
All right, give me. I guess he might not play.
God
Give me.
damn it, Hank.
Who's Michigan State on the
Kenneth
Seahawks?
Walker?
Kenneth Walker.
Okay. Joe Mixon would be out there for a game that matters.
Miles Sanders matters.
Miles Sanders is out there for a game that matters.
What about Cook? Dalvin Cook?
Dalvin Cook dead. Does that game really matter?
Yeah, for the Vikings, right?
Kind of.
Because they're not going to know what
They
the
can't
49ers
get. Yeah,
did.
they can't get the 1 seed. Yeah.
Oh, shit. Well, I don't know.
Josh Allen.
You do whatever you
Do
want.
Josh Allen.
All right.
Should I do Dalvin Cook or should I do Christian McCaffrey?
I feel like they might not play him either. It's hard. Week 18's got
It is
landmines
tough.
everywhere. Joe Mixon. Oh, no, the Ravens' defense is pretty good.
I think I'm going to do Dalvin Cook.
Okay. All right. So Dalvin Cook, Aaron Jones, Josh Allen, and Hank Kenneth Walker. Okay. All right. Should we hit it to Kirk Herbstreit? We gotta add.
Yeah, before we get to Kirk Herbstreit, recurring guest, he's brought to you by Chevy. The playoffs are upon us, but one team has already won it all. That team is Chevy and its star player, the Silverado. It's a truck with unstoppable grit and determination. According to J.D. Power, Chevy trucks have earned more new vehicle quality awards than any other brand. That's some serious hardware. You can go over to Chevy.com to learn more. Better yet, stop by a Chevy dealership. Tell them Part of My Take sent you. Whisper Part of My Take into the salesperson's ear. They're going to give you, boom, $100 off probably, a cup of coffee, and a full tank of gas, and send you on your way if you buy an all-new Chevy Silverado. It's an awesome truck. I saw it the other day. It looks beautiful. I'm considering moving across country in a Chevy Silverado. Maybe if they make it worth my while, give me a Chevy Silverado. I'll load it up, make some content out of it. I love Chevy. It got me and Billy, actually, last year from Connecticut all the way to the Super Bowl. Drove across the entire country in a Chevy Silverado. It was roomy. It was sleek. It was an awesome truck. Silverado is strong and dependable as the people who drive them. For J.D. Power 2022 U.S. award information, visit jdpower.com/awards. That's jdpower.com/awards. Now here is Kirk Herbstreit.
Okay, we now welcome on one of our favorite guests. It's a recurring guest, Kirk Herbstreit. You're going to see him Monday night, the National Championship, live from L.A. It is TCU versus Georgia. Herbie, thank you for joining us. Let's start here. Are you tired yet? Because you had the craziest football schedule of anyone in America this year, doing Thursday night, doing game day, doing Saturday nights. Are you like, all right, I'm at the finish line. Let's get through Monday night, and then I can actually sleep for a little bit? Because I still don't know how you've done it.
Dude, I am. No one's more excited about Monday night than me at midnight. Like I am. I've been on a treadmill here for a pretty good run since late August, and I'm fired up. It was definitely a unique opportunity and challenge to do the NFL on Thursday. and the travel that goes with that, and the prep that goes with that. But I had a blast. It was cool to do the NFL games. It was cool to, the studio guys that traveled around with us, got the chance to get to know a lot of those guys. And, it was, and I'll be honest with you, you guys know Pat pretty well. The timing for me personally could not have come at a better time than having Pat join the show this year. McAfee, of course, I'm talking about. His energy for me personally on the show, and even more importantly off the show, was huge for me this year, as far as kind of keeping my juice going when you're sleeping 2 hours a night, or flying wherever you're flying. And how he has that infectious personality and energy. So that was a big win for me this year personally.
For sure.
And on Thursday Night Football, I mean, that must have been so cool working with Al Michaels in the booth. Does he tell you before the game which side he's on, or do you kind of have to figure it out as the game progresses and he's rooting more for the Rams?
No, dude, I kind of got that from Brent. But, I worked with Mike Tirico, and then I worked with Brent, and then Fowler, and now Al. And I got that vibe from Brent before you were allowed to actually talk about it.
Uh-huh.
And you guys got that vibe when you watched. Stay tuned here. Like I would know right away if he was like excited to make a call for a touchdown, or just like touchdown, whoever. But with Al, Al kind of talks about near the end of the game pretty openly about the over-under or things like that, but nothing like Brent. Brent was dialed in at a next level.
With Al, we heard a rumor. I'm not sure if it's true or not. Maybe you shed some light on it, that he eats a full meal during games sometimes. Is that true?
Who'd you hear that from?
I forget.
We might have made it up.
And maybe we just repeated it.
Yeah. Like, I always just envision when he's calling a game on Thursday night, he's got like a nice steak,
red
couple
wine.
sides. He's just like calling it, and then he's just taking a bite, and then he's back to the game.
Two things there. Number one, he will not, if a vegetable gets near him, he'll put a fork through your hand. Like, he doesn't, it's not like cute. Like, he doesn't eat vegetables of any kind. That's number one. Number two, I thought that was just something you read about. No, that's 100% true. Number two, I work on a Saturday night show that when halftime comes, they might throw you a bag of Cheez-Its or, maybe a sandwich from a local place downstairs. So that's what I'm used to. This dude, we get to halftime. I don't know I assume it's him. He's got like steak.
Yes.
Like shrimp. He doesn't touch the mashed potatoes, but and they've got like real silverware, and they got a plate, and you only have 8 minutes at halftime in the NFL. But as soon as halftime's over, headphones are off, back behind that screen, and they got a table set, and it's like fine dining for 8 minutes, and it's just he's eating and talking, and it blew me away. I was not expecting that. I'd never heard that the way you guys had.
I'm so happy to hear that.
Yeah, this made my day.
Yeah,
this made my day that this happened.
I envision he has like a nice tablecloth with like a candle.
Yeah, it's
that's
like
lit on
he
it.
opens the sheet and it's the Titanic behind him. Yeah,
dude, the only thing missing is a candle. I'm gonna bring that next year. Everything else, tablecloth. It's just like I'm like, I guess we're going to a dinner back here.
Yeah.
In the back here.
That's perfect. Yeah. That's perfect.
Yeah.
So calling the NFL game, and we'll talk about Monday night, but the one thing that shocked me is I always forget, because I love football so much. I love college football. I love NFL. There's so many people who don't watch both. So, like, when you got introduced to the NFL audience, there would be people being like, who is this guy? It's like, dude, he's the fucking best college football broadcaster. What are you talking about? Who is this dude? Did you notice, like, there was a not like a rough start, but like a start where you like had to find your bearings a little bit and get into a flow in the NFL game?
For me, no. Maybe for the audience, but for me, no. I mean, we started with Mahomes and Herbert, the opening game with Kansas City and the Chargers. And I felt like Al and I hit the ground running. I mean, probably the craziest thing when we were done with that game was I think people that communicated with me were like, man, you guys sound like you've worked together for 10 or 15 years, just because there was just it was a good game, number one, and there was comfort, there. So I didn't really feel like there was growing pains for me personally. Maybe the audience had growing pains.
I didn't either. But I know you. You know what I mean? Like, it was so funny that there were actually people being like, "Who is this guy?" It's like, what do you mean, who is this guy? Like,
and I do think that that's very apparent to me because you get into New York and a lot of the bigger cities where there's just NFL and NHL and NBA and MLB, and they look at college football like. We might look at middle school football, not even high school football. Like they just not until the draft comes around, they don't know anything about it.
Yeah.
And so I don't know how people live not watching both personally. I don't know how my life would exist if I didn't watch both. I can't imagine like having a black hole towards the NFL. Like, no, I have no idea who's on the Raiders. Like, I don't know anything. Like I can't imagine that.
Or
but
like
there are people. Yeah, there are people that do that.
People like I always think of like imagine like in like you said bigger cities like New York. I think this happens a decent amount where there'll just be people who on a Saturday in the fall they're like going about their life. They're like going to the grocery store and stuff. It's like, what do you mean you're doing that? Like
I can't imagine
college football. Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's a Saturday in the fall.
I will tell you guys this, and I've always been a college football junkie, and I've talked with a lot of NFL coaches and players, as I was going through this experience, they're all like interested on the field before games would warm up. They're like, man, what's going on with, that's probably the coolest thing is to see guys that I covered in college on the field pregame and just to kind of see them and dap them up, be like, man, what's going on? And they wanted to know what it felt like. And I was like, the biggest difference is the energy when you go to Knoxville or you go to Baton Rouge or you go to State College on a Saturday night is very different from an NFL atmosphere until probably you get to the postseason. So I'm incredibly spoiled by what you experience in a college atmosphere. And then to go into, it's almost like the energy, some of the games we did was like calling a Wisconsin spring game, as far as like the crowd noise. It was just like there was no juice. And the crowd was full. I mean, the stadium was full. It's just very, very different. And I feed off of that energy when I do a Saturday night game. I love the crowd. I love the passion. And the NFL, I think it maybe gets that way when you get to the postseason.
There are a few cities, I would say, in the NFL. Yeah, I think you're absolutely right. Like Kansas City, Seattle, Buffalo, Pittsburgh, maybe one or two others. But yeah, you're right. For the most part, it's not like you can't compete with Baton Rouge Saturday night under the lights. It really does it means more to those people, and they just that's what they live for.
Throw in the marching bands and all the other stuff, the juice. It's just a different totally. It's almost like two different sports, really.
Yeah.
When you talk about that kind of energy that's around these two stadiums, it's two different leagues.
So wait, you're saying that the Thursday night Colts Broncos matchup that you called this year that didn't compare to the energy of Knoxville, Tennessee?
No, not quite. Unfortunately,
we were watching that game.
I didn't realize you guys kind of like Pat. You guys fill me in. I didn't realize the venom for Russ Wilson.
It's been bad.
Like what?
Well, this is what we do. This is what we do. Like we root against people sometimes, and we love to pile on.
Yeah.
And then last week you saw his teammates stand up for him, and he cried talking about how much that meant for his teammates to have his back at his lowest point and how bad he felt about his coach getting fired. And all of a sudden it's like, wow, Russ is human. Now we're rooting. Now we're going to build him back up again. Like that's kind of like, that's what we do. It's a weird, bizarre thing, but at the same time,
when did he go? Did he go into the world?
It was like the last year and a half, I would say. It's really comes down to fans can smell when someone's not being authentic, and a lot of the things he's done, it might be authentic to him, but a lot of it comes across as inauthentic and planned, and like when you can tell like a player might have like, oh, these aspirations for this bigger thing and like, canned answers and stuff. I think that's when fans can turn a little bit, and then it didn't help that he played very poorly this year. I think that doesn't help when you're getting paid as much as he is. But yeah, it is like PFT said. I mean, fans are terrible. We're terrible people. We build you up and then tear you down. and then we build you back up.
At the same point, I think Big Cat's right when it comes to Russ Wilson. Like, there were things that were very clearly inauthentic that he was doing, to try to further his brand off the field, like the concussion water stuff, when he was like trying to just put his name on all sorts of just stuff that doesn't work. And fans can definitely tell when you're bullshitting them when it comes to stuff like that. And I mean, the reality of the situation is, if he was still winning football games, if the Broncos were in the playoffs, I don't think he would be getting this much crap at all. But
definitely not.
It's a combination kind of the two. But that game specifically, was funny because we were watching it in our gambling cave, and it was so bad in the first half that we turned on we went on YouTube and found like old awesome games, like the Oklahoma Texas Tech game with Baker versus Mahomes, and we had all these classic games that we put on the other TVs that we were watching while we still had this one on. But then your game got so good in the second half because it got so bad.
Yeah,
it finally reached a point where it was good again. As you're calling that game, can you were you completely like bored to tears by it, and then at the end the craziness just kind of amps up the energy, or what do you do as a broadcaster to maintain your focus on that game?
Yeah, well, I was new enough to the NFL. That was like our second or third game that I was still seeing Matt Ryan, and Russell Wilson going against each other. But it was, I think Al said at one point, this is like a game that you would see on CBS or Fox, like the third or fourth game, or something. And it was, a first down was a big thing that night. Yes. That was the kind of game we had, and you honestly, as a broadcaster, you try to stay into the game. You try to stay respectful of the game. You try to be honest with what you're seeing. But you're right. It did come down to the last couple plays, that Wilson had a couple shots at the end zone. But I think that was the beginning of where it just fell.
Yeah.
That was like where it's like, oh, my God, this is really bad.
Yeah.
And then I was with Sherm all year, because he did the studio show. And if you think back to that post game that night, he went off.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, because he had talked with me about Russ before that. He's not shy on telling you how he thinks about him. And then that just kind of started, I think, a lot of back and I don't think back and forth, but a lot of Sherm all over Russell. That's when I started to realize it was a thing. I didn't really realize it was a thing until that game, and then what came on after that game. And it got nasty.
Yeah, it was a tough year for him. All right, so switching to college football, Monday night. So excited. Let's start with TCU. They are an outlier. Like, if we're just going to say, recruiting, if you look at all the numbers, a team that recruiting profile has had this lack of talent has never made it to this point. Their season has been incredible. That's not a knock on them, but it's just a fact. Their season has been incredible. Their games have all been like instant classics. If you could define what it is about this team, or what piece that, if it's Max Duggan or Sonny Dykes or their defense turning a corner, like why is TCU sitting here on Monday night playing for 60 minutes for the national championship?
Well, first of all, what was Dave doing when Michigan was coming back and Ohio State came? I can't even imagine what he was dealing with.
He said when that first run busted for like 60 yards, Michigan, he was like, pack it up, it's over, big boy football. But that game, so going off of that, I was shocked that TCU was able to control the line of scrimmage. They were able, like the way they did against Michigan. I mean, Georgia's a different beast on its own, but they went toe to toe with Michigan, beat them. Like, this is not, you can't say it's a fluke anymore. They're a really good team.
Yeah, and I think to answer your question, I think the thing that's been unique about them, and you guys know from probably playing and gambling on some of their games, they come back.
Yeah,
like they're written off, game's over, and they come back and win the game. When they're down big in the second half. And I think what happened was, we do that once or twice, it's lucky. You do it a third, and a fourth, and a fifth time, it becomes it creates a belief, and I think that's where they are. So even in the Michigan game, even though they're outmanned, they didn't think they were outmanned. And to your point about all the buildup for 30 days was they won't be able to handle the line of scrimmage defensively. Man, they were flying down to just, if nothing else, they were not going to let Michigan run. And of course, the first play, but other than that, they didn't run for a ton of yards. And I think because of the determination of them stopping the run. Now, here comes Georgia. It's going to be the same thing. Georgia has a behemoth offensive line. They love to run the ball. They get those 2 tight ends. I don't know if Darnell Washington's going to be all right, but Brock Bowers is a freak. He's an NFL guy playing college. So they're going to run this. It's going to be the same deal. It's almost like Michigan take 2.
Yeah.
Going to try to blast them at the line of scrimmage. I think it'll really open up some opportunities for Georgia in their pass game. They throw the ball so much better than people realize. Almost 300 yards a game through the air. Even though nobody talks about, their pass game, they can throw it. So I think that would be my biggest concern for TCU. Guys, I think it's somebody told me the over-under is like in the 60s.
Yeah.
I think this is another game over that.
Yeah.
I think it's another game early, kind of feel each other. And then after that, it's going to be back and forth. I think it's in the high 30s, low 40s, kind of like the 2 semifinal games. I'd be surprised if it's not a shootout.
Yeah.
Awesome. That's what I like to hear. As far as the TCU defense goes, so I've been reading a lot about the 3-3-5 defense. So I'm pretty much an expert on it right now, but there might be some people that are listening that don't know as much about it as we do because we're film guys. We watch the All-22, we read the scouting breakdowns. So can you explain to us what not us, the listeners that don't know as much about it as we do, what that 3-3-5 defense is and what it does well that might be in their favor against Georgia?
So in the Big 12, if you go back about 10 years ago, everybody started to run some form of a spread offense, where you're playing way out in space. And so Iowa State was one of the first defenses to come up with an idea of playing just 3 down linemen and 3 linebackers and then 5 defensive backs. And it's a whole premise is we need more speed on the field. We need smaller guys that can run. So Iowa State kind of created, and it worked for them. They were Oklahoma, Texas, all these teams want to spread you out. Baylor, they had ability to kind of be out on the outside, and they didn't really worry about it. If you want to run the ball on us, who cares? You're going to beat us by throwing for 400 yards. So that became a thing, not only at Iowa State, but as we all know, it becomes a copycat thing. So the whole Big 12, most of it started to run some form of the 3-3-5. With the idea of getting more and more speed on the field. Well, now, like it often does in football, it becomes cyclical. So now people are saying, well, if they're going to play a 3-3-5, let's beat them up at the line of scrimmage. And while they're trying to play smaller and faster, let's go with big tight ends and try to wear them out. So that became the big question of the 3-3-5 is, even though it's built for the pass game and speed, could it hold up schematically against teams that want to run the football? Yeah. And that's kind of that's why you hear, can TCU handle the line of scrimmage? Part of it's the size of their players. The other part of it is the scheme that they play. And I personally think if we don't have film to look at to show you, but I think you have 3 down linemen. Those 3 guys are trying to just do the best they can to eat up offensive linemen. And then those 3 backers and 2 of the 5 safeties are flying down. So it's almost like an 8-man front, if you think about it. And that's what they'll try to employ against Georgia. The only problem is you leave your corners on islands, and now it's man-to-man, and you better hold up or you're going to give up some massive big plays in the pass game.
I guess it helps when you return 2 interceptions for a touchdown too. That's that really
that definitely
they played well against Michigan, but they also capitalized when they had to, and they get the fumble or the down at the 1 yard line.
Yeah.
Wouldn't you say though? I mean, if Michigan Edwards hits that big run, and you're thinking like Dave said, okay, here we go,
right?
Big boy football. If they finish that drive off the way you'd expect them to do, bang, there's 7 points. Probably a different game. If they don't throw the pick 6, early in that game, if they take advantage of every time they're inside the 5 yard line, at one point, was it 3 or 4 times inside the 5 yard line, like 3 points?
Yeah.
I mean, so I don't want to make it sound like TCU just, played great defense, no problem. They played great down in the red area when they needed to, but Michigan, I'm sure, would love to have that game back from a play calling standpoint.
Oh, big time. The other matchup I'm very excited about, and maybe you can tell me what's going on because you obviously called the Georgia-Ohio State game. Keely Ringo versus Quentin Johnson. Quentin Johnson's unbelievable wide receiver for TCU. He's going to be an awesome pro. Keely Ringo, he struggled against Marvin Harrison Jr. I actually think I actually think he's going to be a great safety in the NFL. I don't know if he's a cornerback.
Exactly.
But so
Exactly.
so where what does he have to do to adjust? Because that was Ohio State's ability to put up points and move the ball. Was Marvin Harrison was making big plays down the field against what a lot of people thought going into this season was going to be one of the best cornerbacks. He had the pick 6 to seal the national championship last year. So what's going on with Kelee Ringo, and do you think he's going to be able? Georgia's going to adjust for Quentin Johnson after seeing what Marvin Harrison did?
So I think Kelee Ringo's a good player, but I think, as you said, he's a nickel or a safety in the NFL. He's 6'2", 210. It's tough to live on an island at that size. I think Ohio State looked at the corners from Georgia and said, if we hold up in protection, we're gonna pitch and catch against the secondary players that Georgia has. And I think if you go back to the LSU game, and I know they were down big, but if you really watch that film, they really struggled to not just cover, but to tackle after catches. So, I think that they're talented, but I don't think they're great cover guys. And now here comes a very different offense with Max Duggan from what they just faced with C.J. Stroud, who's more gun, get it, maybe a little play action, half roll, but it wasn't a whole lot of smoke and mirrors. TCU is a lot of smoke and mirrors. Every snap, you're going to probably see some kind of jet sweep motion trying to affect the eyes of the linebackers. So they'll fake it, and the linebackers are trying to figure out, did they give it to the jet? Did they fake it? Did they hand it off? And then you got an athletic quarterback that can run the ball. So it's a lot going on that affect the rhythm of a defense and what they're trying to do and what they're trying to see. So at the end of the day, Johnston on one side, Savion Williams on the other. They got Tay Barber and Darius Davis in the slot. They got a lot of weapons, and I guarantee you they're thinking about, they're going to run enough to make Georgia have to respect it, but they're going to do what LSU and Ohio State did, and they're going to attack the secondary. They're going to try to hit some big plays and one-on-one coverage. And by having Max Duggan as a runner, now you got to get a safety down, and now you're going to put some one-on-one opportunities, because if you bring that safety down, you're one-on-one on the outside, and that's where Duggan will start to try to really hit some home runs against those two corners.
And I think Max Duggan, I don't think he gets enough credit. There's something about him. He's not the fastest guy. He's not the biggest guy. But his instincts with whether it be handing it off or running or the angles he takes are so incredible. It always feels like he has the right angle, the right decision, and that's where he makes up for everything else. He burns teams with his decision making with running the football, which I mean after what C.J. Stroud did, I would imagine that Georgia's got to be pretty worried about that as well.
Yeah, and again, you go back to Stroud, he's never really shown that, right? I mean, he's never shown that ability to create. This guy has. So what does that mean to Georgia? Well, if you play man-to-man, which means defensive backs have their backs turned to the quarterback, you obviously have to spy him with somebody. Because if you don't, this guy on 3rd and 6, you play man-to-man, and you're covered, guaranteed he's taking off and getting a first down. There's that. Then there's the zone read element where they keep you honest, making you have to, again, account for the quarterback. They do RPO game. It's just a very, very different scheme that I think Georgia is going to have to prepare for. And they're kind of – did you watch the game closely? Jalen Carter, we hyped him up to be, top 2 pick in the draft. He had his hands on his hips.
Yeah.
He was tired. He's running off the field, checking himself out. So if they thought Ohio State was going fast, they're going to find an offense that's going to try to wear down that defensive front by doing a lot of tempo and just trying to kind of neutralize maybe the advantage Georgia has at the line of scrimmage by trying to wear down that front led by Jalen Carter.
Yeah. So what happened over the course of the year, because they started off so strong defensively, Georgia did, and then recently they've been I think they gave up, it was 500 or 600 yards to LSU?
Through the air. LSU, 500 yards through the air.
Yeah, so what happened to Georgia over the course of the year?
And especially with Kirby, he's known as a defensive guy, right? He's one of the best defensive minds in the game. Let's go back a year ago. I think when you and I were talking, Georgia's defense last year was one of those defenses that you say as a broadcaster, I don't know if I've ever covered a defense that's been this talented. Not to mention the Kobe Dean, who's with the Eagles now, was kind of the ringleader in the middle. They lost everybody other than Keely Ringo and Christopher Smith and Jalen Carter, who was kind of a backup last year. Everybody else is gone. Nolan Smith returned, but he's hurt. He went out, I can't remember, like week 7 or 8. Everybody else is a new face. So I'm not saying that things change, but other than Oregon early, I don't know if they really played a dynamic. Tennessee's good, but they just beat them up at the line of scrimmage, right? That's the equalizer against Tennessee's system. That old Art Briles system is if you can beat them at the line of scrimmage, you don't have to commit numbers, then you can beat Tennessee. And Georgia was able to do that, especially at home in Athens. So I don't know, outside of that Tennessee team, who did they play that was, wow, that offense is great. I don't know who they played, so I think LSU got down 35-7 and started spinning it. Ohio State has really good receivers and a great quarterback. And I think now it's more of younger players that maybe aren't quite what they had a year ago, especially on the back end.
They are undefeated, we should say.
Yeah.
Because we are talking about them like they're not an undefeated team. They're an incredible team.
They're a great team. And when you're talking about Tennessee, that's what sprung to my mind as being like a similar type of matchup as we have against TCU because of the tempo. Because Heupel he just likes to wear you out. His whole focus is like run as many plays as possible, get you tired. Exactly. And they were able to handle Tennessee like they beat the shit out of Tennessee.
Yeah,
so,
and they also Tennessee puts the receivers, as they put them not just spread you, but they go to the sideline with their receivers. And what they do is they make you have to account for, okay, we're going to take away the pass, and then you're a man short against the run. Or we're going to load up against the run, and now you're playing man-to-man. And Tennessee made everybody pay for that. Well, Georgia could play against the pass and still hold up at the line of scrimmage against the run. And that was the difference with what Georgia was able to do. Again, especially in Athens. They're so tough.
Yeah. So calling that game in Atlanta on New Year's Eve, the Kirby Smart timeout, was that the best timeout you've ever seen? I mean, that was – in the moment, it was shocking that he was able to see it. And I read a story after that it wasn't even from the booth. It was his eyes because he wasn't even on the special. I heard that he wasn't on the special teams. He hadn't flipped over from defense to special teams headset yet. So special teams guys were screaming, but he hadn't flipped over and he saw it. I mean, that when you're watching that live, are you just like, this game just changed on a coach's timeout?
So there's a couple things. Number one, if you look at the way the alignment of of where they were, Ohio State, where they had a man short on the left side of their line of scrimmage, that was away from Georgia's sideline. So, like, if it would have been facing Kirby, then it would be really easy to see, wow, what's going on? Because I thought Ohio State maybe was a man. I was looking at it like, what's wrong? They had the guy, the long snapper, one guy next to him, and then nobody on the left side.
Yeah.
And the way Kirby reacted on the sideline, I made a comment on the broadcast. The guys upstairs must have seen something and quickly called down to him. But for him to see it from the opposite side of where the weird alignment was, I didn't realize that. I just until you told me that, I thought it was the guys upstairs that maybe saw it. But that was a great timeout, and the timing of it. Bill Lamonier, who helps us upstairs, I said, boy, I don't know if he called a timeout before the ball was snapped. Are you sure he did? And he goes, if you hear timeout, it's up to the ref subjectively to say, I heard timeout before the ball was snapped. So he doesn't necessarily have to, like, do this to, like, play. If he sees it and hears timeout, even before he can do this, Bill was saying it counts as a timeout. So if you watch that frame by frame, you can tell the ref was like looking at the field, and then he looks to his right and starts to kind of put his whistle in his mouth, and then the ball just about starts to snap. So he got it in.
Yeah.
That play, and then the play by Bowers that was initially called short of the first down, and then the replay of that, dude, where he stayed in bounds somehow.
I mean, that's got to be also just as from a technology standpoint. Are you ever amazed at, like, the angles because I don't even know if they have that camera on a regular Saturday. Like, that was one of the greatest replays I think I've ever seen. I know that sounds crazy to say, but they had it so perfectly where the ball was, where his hand was, when he went out of bounds. Like, you got to Do you think back sometimes of like 15 years ago and like we get to see so much more now?
Oh my God, it's so true. We even have a camera on the crossbar, so we'll try to pull that one out. It's a cool look from the red zone. When you're looking through the eyes of the free safety, that's kind of a cool look. Yeah, but there are cameras everywhere that pick up some of these things. But I at first it just looked like he went out of bounds, and we went to break, and we started to look at it. It was under review. I was like, holy shit, his right foot somehow stayed in, like it went up.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
It was about to go out of bounds and went up, and then he had his hand down. And then, by the way, he had presence of mind to kind of extend. If he didn't extend and he just went out of bounds, he's short, but he extends it. And then like 2 plays later, they score. It really changed the complexion of the game. If that's a stop versus that one, and I think the hit on Harrison, which how does a guy get knocked unconscious and it not be targeting? That was a little bit surprising to me.
Yep.
But the play by the punt by Kirby getting the call, Bauer's effort to get the first, and then the hit on Harrison, those 3 plays really seemed to stand out to me in the outcome of the game. And then the safety falling.
Yeah.
Remember the safety when he and fell? That was another big play.
Yep.
On the Bowers play, I still don't understand how it was physically possible for him to be like sliding on his foot and then lift his foot up as it was still like he had pressure on that foot as he was sliding at the sideline. It doesn't seem like it's like the Matrix.
Exactly. How is that even possible? All his weight was on his hand and on that foot, and then somehow that foot goes into the air, and for him not to just collapse.
Yeah.
Just incredible.
So we should talk about the dogs and respect the dogs, calling the dogs. Have you heard? Has anybody barked at you yet?
Well, Pat does all the time. Pat does with Pollock all the time. You hear it from their fans nonstop. And by the way, you guys said we're talking about them like they're not a great team. Obviously, the last time we saw back to back was like, what was it, 11-12 with Alabama?
Yeah.
I mean, just in college football, you just don't see it. I think guys, they win a championship, they come back the next season, they don't quite have the same edge. They lose so many great players. I mean, they lost their heart and soul off this team. And for them to be back in this position, everywhere game day goes, we always hear, we want Bama, all that kind of stuff. The new chant should be, we want Georgia. Georgia has become the new standard. And if they win Monday night without question, even if they don't win, I feel like they've arrived to that point. They win Monday night, there's a new sheriff in town. And it's Kirby Smart and the Georgia Bulldogs.
Yeah.
Can you talk?
The program is insane.
Can you talk real quick about the end of that game and how crazy that must have been? Watching that field, so you're an Ohio State guy, right? So you're trying.
Yeah, you're very biased. We should just admit that.
You're extremely biased. So you're like you were blowing onto the field, trying to add a little gust of wind to get it back into the uprights. But like the kick is happening as the clock is striking midnight for New Year's Eve, right? Crazy timing. The kick was actually. I saw one clip where they lined it up and they synced it up with the ball dropping, and the kick was kicked in 2022. And it was ruled no good in 2023. Yeah. So all that's going on. You're rooting like hell for your Buckeyes, but you can't like say it out loud. And then to see the kick end up the way that it happened, I'm curious to know what your emotions were like, because I felt like just watching it from home with no rooting interest in terms of an alma mater, my body didn't know what to do.
All right. So now I haven't talked about this other than with my wife. So here's the deal. When I do Ohio State games, I have zero problem being honest and just talking about the game, breaking the game down. In this case, it was interesting. Ohio State was MF'd for 35 days after the Michigan game about how, Ryan Day is this and Ryan Day is that and CJ Stroud's this and CJ Stroud's that. I felt it was not deserving of where the program was. And I could see the anguish. I don't know if you guys could. I could see the anguish on Ryan Day's face for literally a month if you watched him do interviews. And so for them to go out, put a plan together, and actually execute it to the level which they did, and I think they earned a lot of respect back in the way they played. And they played well enough and coached well enough to win the game. And a lot of people feel that they outplayed Georgia and just didn't win the game. And so for it to come down to a last-second field goal like that, meanwhile, me, like you're right, I'm an Ohio State fan, but for 4 hours, I was completely down the middle, fair, call it exactly whatever I saw. but in a situation like that, I don't get usually emotionally invested in Ohio State, except for Clemson in 19, Alabama in 14, and Ohio State against Georgia the other night, only because I felt bad for what they endured for a month after the Michigan game, and then how well they played. When that field goal missed, there was a moment of just like, hands on my knees, like, damn, like they deserve to win that game. Like I felt bad for them. But I don't think it ever impacts me on what I'm doing on the air, but it definitely impacted me in my heart and in my stomach. What are the odds of that? Right.
Yeah.
I mean, it's like the New Year, cause we're not even thinking about New Year's Eve. Like we showed a few parties, we went out to Times Square, but you're so engaged in the game, and we kept promoting that was coming up. And then here we go. The producer goes, we're within a minute of New Year's, and then we're about to set up for a field goal. And he's like 10, 9, line up. And I'm like, what the hell is happening right now? Snap the ball at like 5 or 4, kick it at 2 in the air. I'm thinking everyone's yelling Happy New Year around that's not watching this game. And this guy, this poor kicker, he misses this kick, and Georgia's celebrating and Ohio State's dejected. And that's how 2023 starts. So, that was I mean, the timing of that was absurd.
It was an all-time moment, and I will say that I do find that you are unbiased. People on Twitter will obviously disagree. I think they just hear whatever they want to hear, and they'll be like, this is bullshit. He's doing this.
Yeah,
if
C.J. Stroud throws a touchdown, you have to compliment him.
Right.
You can't say, oh, he sucks.
Yeah.
Oh, he got lucky.
Yes. But, all right, well, Herbie, thank you so much. We appreciate it. You have a well-deserved rest after Monday night. I hope they got you in a suite. Your room doesn't look that nice. What's going on?
No, man. Just a standard room here.
That's your whole room?
That's it, yeah.
What are they doing?
Man of the people.
We got to get you in a suite.
No, well, if you can pull some strings, man,
All right.
I'd love a suite.
Well, you get the private jet, right?
Yeah,
The private
that's
jet
true.
takes you around everywhere, so they had to cut back on the hotel expense.
Well, I pay for that, but yeah, I have to do that.
Yeah, well,
just like you guys.
No, I heard Trent Dilfer told me otherwise.
Listen, I'll say this. I love Bear. You love Bear. He's probably going to be a little upset he's not going to be on the private jet anymore.
I think you might be right.
It's gonna
No,
be
just for the record, when I moved from game day to a game on a Saturday, ESPN moves me for that. Because how else am I going to get from Tallahassee to Wisconsin? But anytime if I fly anywhere other than that, it's either commercial or I pay for it.
No, it's just funny how like the whole Kirk Herbstreit has his own private jet narrative got started, and it was like, well, he has to get from the show,
he has
to
4 hours
to a
to get
small
somewhere.
airport that's usually in a small town. So that's kind of how ESPN has to handle it.
Yeah.
Enjoy your vacation, get some rest. Where are you going to go after this?
I don't know, man. I want to come watch I want to come watch you guys when you guys gamble, though. I want to definitely do that sometime.
We got to get you in the cave with Frank the Tank. Yeah.
I would love that. I would love that. Maybe some college hoops. Wisconsin got a squad this year or no?
Yeah, they're 14th in the country. And, I mean, we can talk about it next year when you come back on, but Luke Fickell, I mean, your guy.
Oh.
Listen, Wisconsin can be back soon. We're at QBU.
That's a big W for you. And didn't you get a quarterback that transferred there?
2. We got Nick Evers from Oklahoma and Mordecai from SMU. So we're QBU now.
Yeah, and Mordecai started at Oklahoma before he went to SMU. That's a good spot. They look like Wisconsin, didn't they, in their bowl game?
Yes.
Like that's Wisconsin right there.
Yes.
Don't worry about just win 24-13.
Yes.
I mean, that's how Wisconsin plays. Right there.
Just don't make mistakes and just run the ball. There's no better football than that. Well, Herbie, appreciate it so much, man, and we're looking forward to Monday night.
Thanks, fellas. And give me 49ers Chiefs in the Super Bowl, and I'm going 49ers. Okay. Are going to win it all.
Brock Purdy.
I love that.
I mean, that's got to shock you a little bit because you called Brock Purdy games
and I think
he wasn't that good.
It's going to change the eval and quarterbacks moving forward. Like with Zach Wilson, who was doing the spin move and the throw at his workout, and Brock Purdy, Mr. Irrelevant, who was a 4-year starter. I think it's going to change guys like Stetson Bennett or Max Duggan or who knows who. Like those guys are a little bit off the radar, but played a ton of football. They're all of a sudden going to be looked at a little bit differently.
I do like that take. It's like how we looked at running backs, 15, 20 years ago. You're the first person I've heard say, like, the quarterback position can be replaceable.
Yeah, I like it.
Yeah.
4-year starters.
If you have Kyle Shanahan as your head coach.
Yeah.
That
helps. That helps.
Brilliant. Yeah.
All right. Thanks,
boys.
Herbie.
Herbie's brought to you by Stella Blue Coffee. Stella Blue's premium blend of Rainforest Alliance certified Colombian and Central coffee tastes better because they are hand-selected. They're roasted to perfection. Right now, you can try our 3 delicious roasts. They've got Positive Vibes Light Roast, Big Cat Blend Medium Roast, and Electric Avenue Dark Roast in single-serving pods, freshly ground bags, or whole bean bags. Here's a ringing endorsement of Stella Blue Coffee. Stella Blue Coffee is so good that it was delicious when I was in Qatar, and it was like 85 degrees and sandy outside.
Yes.
It was, it hit the spot, woke us up, got rid of my jet lag. If you are traveling a lot and you want to get rid of jet lag, I can personally tell you Stella Blue Coffee wiped away my jet lag in Qatar.
Facts.
Then I flew back from Qatar like 2 days later, wiped it out again. It's the perfect coffee for jet lag. If you're a traveler, bring Stella Blue with you. Welcome to your new favorite cup of coffee. Shop now, StellaBlueCoffee.com.
Okay, let's wrap up the show. Great show with Fyre Fest of the week. Henry?
Yeah.
My Fyre Fest, we're not doing fuckboys. That's all right.
We can do it. I forgot it. Do you want to do it?
Oh, I don't care.
I don't care either.
Fantasy fuck.
Fancy fuck.
Let's do fantasy Fyre Fests.
All right, Fancy Fyre Fest.
All right, we'll wrap up the show with Fantasy Fyre Fest. What's up?
What's up, boys?
What's up? What happened this week? We could do it, and then we could talk about it after. Just introduce it.
I'll just do my sit-em then.
All right.
My fucking bed frame, dude.
Oh, no, what happened?
Fuck.
It's absolutely fucked.
You fucked too hard on it. Yeah.
Nah, I got a king size mat. I guess we'll just do Fyre Fest. We'll just do Fyre.
Well, no, you can introduce it as your fuckboy, and then we'll do Fyre Fest. So, yeah, what happened?
My sleeper is not me sleeping
what are
well
you
on
doing?
my fucking mattress.
What's your starter?
Do your Fyre Fest.
My Fyre Fest is my bed frame is fucked up.
I know, you said it, so then I'm asking you what happened.
Okay, so a couple months ago, I upgraded big boy moves, corporate life. I got a king size mattress, not a big deal.
Damn.
And then like a month later, I was like, damn, like this thing's kind of fucked up. It felt like I was like, sliding in the middle. And then
How many nights sleep did you have before you...
weeks.
So you were just slowly sliding in the middle.
Yep. And then I took I investigated. Turns out it was true. I sent them pictures. They're like, oh, this is a malfunction. This isn't normal. We'll send you a new one. Got a new one this week. And it's happening again. And I'm coming to the realization that it's my actual bed frame and not the mattress. So now I have to fucking go through that whole process of getting a new bed frame and
What
then
kind of
probably a
frame?
new mattress. IKEA.
So you probably are just missing a piece of wood.
I don't think so.
Did you
it's
install it
roped.
yourself? Did you build it yourself?
No, I did not.
Hank, I've gone through this before actually with an IKEA mattress. It's probably the slats.
Yeah.
Sometimes when you buy the slats, there's a few of them that aren't cut in the exact same dimensions. So they slide down in the middle across the middle beam and they sink down. So you just need wider slats. Or that might be fine.
Did you crack a slat? That happens a lot.
Have you lifted the mattress off to investigate?
Yes.
You can also
What have you found?
The slats are bented. The slats are bent.
Yeah.
And it's like, bent towards the middle. And it's too,
Yeah. Yeah, okay, so
I hate when they get
IKEA
vented.
does some good shit. Their meatballs have like 50% less horse than they used to. They do some good products, but the slats are by far the weak link of these beds.
Do you know what an easy...
So just get new slats and you'll be good.
Or an easy
Where
fix.
do you acquire slats?
IKEA. Here, Hank, go to IKEA.com.
I did this.
Here's an easy fix.
They fucked me.
This has happened to me before. The slats broke on an old bed I had from IKEA way back in the day. I just went to Home Depot and I bought just a huge piece of wood and just put that down.
So you can do that. You can cut out plywood.
Yeah.
You measure from side to side.
Yeah.
See
The
how wide
measuring
it
is going to be where he gets tripped up.
Yeah, I mean, it's just like dealing with this is just
But if
a
you
fire
measure
fest.
it correctly...
But it's like it's kind of important.
If you measure it correctly, you go to Home Depot, you just tell the guy I need this these measurements, he'll cut it for you.
All right, yeah.
Another
Make
option.
sure you tip him.
Now you probably don't want to go back in life, but if you just get rid of the bed frame, put the box spring and the mattress down on the ground.
Yeah, I'm not doing that.
Bachelor pad.
So you've just been sinking into the middle of your bed and been like totally normal?
No, I'm like, something is afoot here.
No,
At
but
one
then
point,
you just kept
no.
on supping
So then I obviously told my mom about it. I was like, Mom, my shit's fucked up. She was like, take the mattress off and like the first time I realized, I took the mattress off, flipped it upside down, put some stuff on top of it, thinking that was gonna like even it out.
Yeah.
That didn't work.
You try to fill it in.
Sent it to IKEA. IKEA just didn't respond to me for 2 weeks. I had to call them and be like, hey, what the fuck? Is anyone seeing this? Like, yeah, it'll get back to you eventually. I was like, I'm sleeping on this bed every night. Like, I need, like, if you don't send me a replacement, I'm going to get a new one. Like, kind of being a Karen. The next day, they're like, all right, here's the replacement. The replacement came after the break. But yeah, it's a problem.
You have the replacement.
I do have the replacement. I slept on it for 2 nights, and I woke up, I was like, I feel like I'm sinking in the middle.
It's the same problem again. Yeah, the slats.
Get a waterbed.
I love IKEA, but their slats are no good.
Yeah.
You got a real slat problem. I'm sorry for slat shaming them, but they're dog shit.
I'll take the mattress off this weekend and show you, and maybe there's something I'm fucking up even worse than I imagine, and you guys are gonna be like, holy shit.
There's like a family of possums.
Well, they're bent slats. Like, are slats supposed to be straight?
Wait,
or
when
like
you talk about the slats, are you talking about wood?
Yes.
And they're bent? How are they bent? They're wood.
They're like,
Are they broken?
no.
they
I'll send you a
cracked?
picture.
Are they the right side up?
Did you like spill
But they're
water?
they're,
Are
they're
they
curved.
warped?
They're
Did
wood
you piss your bed?
Yeah.
Oh, you pissed your bed.
Or was there a squirter?
This is like when you
talking about.
That's how wood gets warped.
Yeah. No, Billy's right.
How'd you warp your wood?
No, they came warped.
I mean, knowing everything about you puke on blackjack tables, you piss your bed.
I didn't do either of those things. I have pissed my bed drunk.
There you go.
Mm-hmm.
But not this bed. This was years ago. After
Just
Pub
like
Punk.
the blackjack
Last time I
table.
pissed my bed was after the first Pub Punk show.
That's the most ringing
Fun
endorsement
fact.
that I can ever get
Fun
for
fact.
a live concert.
Yeah.
Had so much fun I pissed myself.
Yeah.
That was fun.
It's a tough Fyre Fest. I believe in you.
Yeah.
I think you got a slat problem. You got to either put the plywood down or just get new slats.
I'm Googling IKEA slats.
Okay.
Okay. All right, PFT.
My Fyre Fest of the week, it's actually like a similar Fyre Fest, I think, to what a lot of people have been going through this week. And it's been a very funny situation that's been going left unsaid in a lot of fantasy football group chats, which is obviously football is not the most important thing in the world after what we saw on Monday night. But also last weekend was the finals in most fantasy leagues. Mm-hmm. And so you've had what's been like a silent standoff, I think, in a lot of fantasy group chats, waiting for somebody to text the group and be like, so, obviously prayers for tomorrow, but what are we going to do about this fantasy football matchup?
I will say in one of my fantasy group chats, I jumped right into it on Tuesday morning. I said my team had been eliminated for a very long time. I just said if I were in contention to win this, I would donate all the money.
Yeah.
I like
So-
that, Big Cat. I stole that and have been running with it.
Yeah,
with
because it's
mine.
great. It's
Yeah.
just like, hey, just so you know that I'm not like trying to pressure anyone, but the type of guy I am, if I were in the championship, I would donate all the money.
Yeah, so our good friend Jerry O'Connell's managing our fantasy team. We were in the finals for what would be like a $25,000 pot that we would take Jerry out on a spending spree on. So he called me yesterday and he was asking what we should do and how funny this whole standoff is. Mm-hmm. So we've made an offer to CJ, because he is the commissioner of that league, to split it 50-50. And then we'll take the $12,500 and take Jerry on a fantasy, like a shopping spree with that.
Yep.
But it's very funny because until today, when we got a little bit of good news, you know that everybody in the league had thought about it, but nobody was willing to go out and make that first move.
I would say not nobody. I guarantee that every fantasy league had one guy who was like,
Obviously,
like,
prayers up.
before Damar Hamlin got to the hospital, was like, what the fuck does this mean?
Yeah.
Like, what we're just not going to finish this?
Yeah.
Like, there definitely was that guy.
And you're going to have negotiations going back and forth with people that had either like Joe Burrow on their team or Josh Allen. Be like, dude, Josh Allen was going to go off. I was going to get 40 points.
Oh, I love reading those tweets right now where people are like, the Bengals were up 7-3 and they were going to dominate that game. Josh Allen already like injured his ankle a little bit.
Yeah.
Like, okay, sure.
So we were down, I want to say, like, I don't know, 4 points, I think, and we had Joe Burrow Jerry had started Joe Burrow in our league, and Jerry was just like, "You fucking know Joe Burrow was going to go off."
Oh, he
last
was.
night."
He already started, right? He had a touchdown.
Yeah,
pass.
so in our estimation, according Jerry thinks that 50-50 is a more than reasonable offer because we were definitely going to win that matchup.
Yep.
So we'll see what happens. We'll keep you guys posted on it. But I just think it's like a hilarious, almost like a Curb Your Enthusiasm type situation where people are like stuck in a very awkward
Big
position
time.
and they don't want to look like an asshole.
Yeah.
But guess what? Sometimes you got to be an asshole.
Yeah, someone had to break the ice.
Yep.
And just say it. All right, my Fyre Fest is simple. I've been shut down many times when I brought this up in the past. Sunday night after Packers and Lions play, there are 14 games of football left.
Yeah, I
They're
don't
gonna say
want
piss
to
in
think
the
about that
No.
right now.
No. Oh, I did piss in the sink like at 12:02. It was awesome. First piss in the sink of the year.
Wait, in this
New
office?
Year's. No, on New Year's.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, 14 games left.
I don't like
That's
to
counting
talk
the
about
college
that.
football national championship.
Are you counting the Pro Bowl?
No.
You always forget about the
I
Pro Bowl.
just don't. The Pro Bowl has lost.
Are they playing a real game this year?
No.
No, they never play real games anymore.
But then spring football starts February 18th.
I'm just saying, it happens every year. It gets here faster than we think. Knowing that it's 14 is really tough, and knowing that after Wild Card Weekend there's going to be less than 10, that's really, really tough. So
I choose not to participate in this.
this is
conversation.
why I say take those mental snapshots whenever you can.
Put my head in the ground.
I
like an ostrich.
also just want to throw out something that I don't know when they stopped doing this. There used to always be a couple bowl games after New Year's. Why did they stop doing that? That was fun.
Yeah,
when there would be like
some
a
real
Wednesday
stragglers.
night would be the Sugar Bowl, and then I think GoDaddy had a bowl game that they would play on like Thursday. Give us stragglers.
Well, there should be a third place match in college football.
Imagine.
You should take but it should go based on like the Sagarin ratings right now. So
Yeah.
it would be like Alabama against Tennessee.
Yeah, that would be fun.
I would watch that. I would
again.
watch
yeah,
that, yes.
absolutely. Billy, your Fyre Fest.
My flight got canceled New Year's Eve, and I was trapped in the airport for New Year's Eve.
How many hours?
So I got to the airport early Saturday morning, and then I had to go get a hotel late Saturday night and get a flight from another airport 2 hours away Sunday morning.
Damn.
So did you find people to party with on New Year's Eve in the airport?
Kinda.
That's like your favorite night of partying, right?
No, not really.
That
St.
is like
Patrick's
your number
Day.
one.
Well, that's not a night. It's a month.
Yeah,
Yeah.
right.
Come on.
We're getting close to St. Patrick's Day.
But it was actually pretty cool because you could just actually watch the games in full. I didn't have that problem with the parties and stuff.
Oh, you're saying just being able to actually consume the football.
That's fair.
yeah.
It was actually like, I mean, beers were pretty expensive, but just like chill and watch the.
Yeah, you lived my life.
Oh,
Just sitting on the couch and watching the game in full.
yeah.
Did
Yeah.
you make friends at the airport
It's
bar?
not it's not terrible.
No, because no one was really there.
Oh, that's tough.
Empty airports are kind of cool though.
Yeah.
I feel like you're the only
I
man
made friends
alive.
with the bartender. She
Really?
was
What-
really chill. She was like Southern, and she was like calling me honey.
Oh,
She was older.
bonk.
How much?
And it was
older?
more of a mother-son relationship type
Oh,
thing.
so
Hey.
milk.
Oh, yeah.
Okay,
Nice.
nice.
That's my favorite
Nice.
Yeah,
type.
Zach Wilson. I
I
love
think
it.
that's the first. That's the first submission.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Billy took
Billy
down a
fucked a
MILF
MILF
on New
at the
Year's
airport.
Eve. Yeah. All right, Jake, yours.
Hold on, I'm biblioteching this entry.
Oh shit, Jake.
This.
Jake, he just destroyed you. Or Hank, he just destroyed you. Did you hear that?
Yeah, I did.
I did not have intercourse with milk at the airport.
Oh, so it's just mouth and
He just
mouth
ate-
stuff?
He just ate her out.
Yeah.
After this recording, I'm working out with you guys.
Yeah.
For the first time in like forever.
Squat Mageddon.
I'm gonna be sore. I'm not in any shape to do this, but I'm holding it to myself for a little bit.
You're in fine shape. What do you care?
What do you mean?
You're in good
No.
shape.
I could put on some muscle.
Okay.
I knew that shit got real when Jake said that he was going to do squats. Like that's going from 0 to 100.
Yeah, I might last like 10 minutes, but
Yeah.
looking forward to the journey.
Okay.
Also, a little teaser, another Sunday basketball broadcast, ESPN Plus, ESPN 3, 2 p.m. Sunday. So right in the middle of football, pull up on your computer, Manhattan, Niagara. Greg Paul is coming to town.
Let's go, Jake.
All right, I'll take the over.
Very cool.
Yep.
Now it's
You're 1-0 this year.
Yep.
that'd be funny if you
System
tweeted
plays.
out the Ray Allen tweet like while you're still on the air.
Oh, I can't go 0-4 until,
Oh, you took the
Sunday
night
night.
game. Smart.
Yeah, that's true. That was really smart because we would have made you do that.
yeah.
That would have been a great
You'd have to
way
apologize
end
for your
your
tweet on
entire
there.
career.
I just realized
Deep drive
too,
to left.
you could hedge the tweet. Pick opposite of your 4 picks.
But
all of us could do
I
that.
brought it up too early, so you can't. What are you saying? Actually, like bet it in real life?
Yeah, you can just take the 4 opposites.
Yeah,
in a parlay.
Yeah, you could. I mean, I'm not worried about the tweet. The tweet would be very funny
for you guys.
Right.
Correct.
For you, it'd be hilarious. It wouldn't just be funny. It'd be hilarious.
Plus, I would have to do the bowling.
Yes, that's true.
Double whammy.
Double whammy. Okay. Numbers. Hank, have you ever gotten this?
Nope.
26.
6.
18.
Wait, is 26 one of them?
6, 26, 29.
So we got to get more on that.
Quick question. If we're loading up the pot every Sunday, what happens if we have a back-to-back win during the week?
It just restarts. Like you,
One person wins a huge amount, the next person wins $20.
Yeah, if the pot gets cleaned out, you have to load it back up.
It's like free parking in Monopoly.
Right. So if someone wins on a Wednesday, the pot gets cleaned out, then everyone puts another $20 in.
Okay.
And then Friday.
And then on Sunday we put in
another 20.
Okay,
Yep.
cool.
Yep. No one's had thought about the pot more than Billy has had to think.
Well, he
about
might
this
have to
pot.
spend $40 in a week.
64.
He thought it was $20 a day.
Also, I tweeted out an updated pyramid to the frequency numbers.
Okay, love it.
So check out
Hank,
my
wait,
Twitter.
have you ever gotten this?
Nope.
Okay, and what's your number?
6.
Okay.
64.
Billy, 69.
69.
Max?
20.
18.
You're never going to get it.
Shut up.
You were never going to get it. You're so bad.
Oh.
48. Not even close.
Love you guys.
No one has actually trained a gorilla in powerlifting, so we don't really know how strong they actually possibly could be. Also,
That sounds like a good video for you.
I know, but they're enclosures and zoos. We don't actually know if they just choose to stay in there and can actually break out of anything we design. It's really insane.
Love you guys.
That's what we get.
Talking away, I don't know what to say, I'll say it anyway. Today's not my day to find you shying away. I'm coming for your love of king, love of king, love of king, love of king. Don't leave me. It's so bad it didn't say, it's so bad it didn't say, it's so bad it didn't say, it's so bad it didn't say.